The broadcast is live.
Maybe
Ooh, it's cool being on
sing
this side
for
of
us.
things.
Oh yeah,
some Christmas carols.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you
A
too.
little preview. I wish
Yeah.
after listening, I wish I would have had your solo song. I think that was more in my register.
I can send it to you, and then you can do it, and then we can have a battle.
We'll have a sing off.
Yeah, I love a sing off.
Liv did not believe that it was you guys. She was like, "This is the regular song," and we're like, "This is Dad. You
That's
can tell."
cool.
Like,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, this is Ryan. You can tell it by their voices. And then after like 2 songs, she's like, "Okay."
I guess so.
Like, I'm like, "We're not tricking you. This isn't like." I don't know.
Were they like, what the heck is going on here? Or did they think it was cool, or what did they think?
They thought it was
did they
cool.
care?
I don't think Calvin ever mentioned anything. I also thought it was cool.
Is
And
it possible
Liv didn't believe
to
it.
share the songs into the stream?
I don't know if it would do
Probably
the
get
audio,
insta banned because, like Ryan, you were saying, every time you.
though. Yeah,
It
don't get
bummed me
us
out so hard.
insta-banned.
But I'll say this: we're such small potatoes; they're not going to notice. Plus, on Twitch, are you streaming on YouTube as well?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
it's just.
Okay, YouTube is
going
more.
YouTube
I'm
might
I'm
do
not
it.
sure about when because I did that on my stream. When did I stream? Tuesday? On Tuesday night for my starting soon. I just put a starting soon screen and I put our songs up before I
really?
started. Yeah.
Can you like message YouTube and be like, "Hey, this is me," though? You know, and you're not.
It's the
People sing
backing
covers of
track
people
that's
all
the
time.
problem.
It's the background. Okay.
I don't know why it matters, but yeah, there's
like plenty of people on
Blue
YouTube
Star
do
Media owns the karaoke version of
Oh,
"Have Yourself
yeah.
a Wonderful Christmas," and you're not allowed to
Have yourself
share
a
it.
wonderful Christmas. It's owned by
Maybe
yourself
you guys should just
A wonderful Christmas.
change like one word.
If I didn't have the
and then-
lyrics up, that's what it had to be.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, never mind. This isn't the song we thought. We're talking about a Merry Christmas, not a wonderful one. So it's okay. You can keep it."
I'm sorry, you guys. I have not had any sleep. And that's
will
that's the
be
excuse I'm gonna use.
Okay.
Wonderful.
It'll be just fine.
It'll be all right.
Well, hello,
everybody who's joining. We'll get the stream started here in a few minutes.
wow,
Officially,
look
we're
at
just
that.
hanging out while we let the party get going here.
I like that you're saying the head's like on top of your headphones. Like,
That's right.
it's just
Got,
kind
like,
of sad.
Yeah, mine is totally in the.
Go see if I have one. I think.
Mine's in the back. It can't be raggedier than my Santa hat. You'll see when the
Yeah.
streaming starting soon goes away. But
I literally washed
it looks like
before I came
it, it looks like my Santa hat. Honestly, it looks like there's like a community of moths that live in it.
Like you found
know what
it
I
in an
mean?
old chest in the attic.
Yeah, exactly.
Washed it? It looks like
Ne-
it's never been washed. It's like stiff. It like sticks out.
No,
to the
I like
side.
It was,
this
like, air
white
dried.
part had like all these like weird stains.
Oh man.
I just like
Yeah,
went,
Yeah, why is
Yay.
it like that?
Why is it so
It's
stiff?
really
Is it made out of
cold.
paper, like you said?
It's just
No,
everything
it
that touches
literally-
me becomes instantly erect.
Is it
Imagine
felt?
like felt, but like a
Old
quarter
felt?
of the size.
Oh,
like
here
it's
we go.
even thinner, almost like see-through. It's like
What's
so
Ken?
thin.
Oh.
Wow!
Oh.
Look at
All right, so
that.
okay,
How are-
okay,
wait,
so
yeah, how are you
so
gonna do
I
that?
am I am Kevin going as the Joker, and Ben is Dwight, and then Ken is now Creed. Ken now has the
ultimate?
the ultimate
From The
ultimate.
Yeah,
Office.
he's got the good one.
Yeah, he's got the best one.
What are you guys talking about?
Hey, you've ever seen the
How
episode of The
great your
Office?
hat is.
I think so.
So there's an episode of The Office where they all dress up as like the Joker, and Kevin's
yeah.
is the worst, but he still
to,
kind of
like,
looks like it.
air
And then
out
Dwight
my
comes in, and it's like, oh man, that's even better. But then Creed comes in at the end, and it's like 100 times better than all of them.
I love
like-
this. What was that hat used for? Good
I
question.
think we all know.
What an excellent.
It's the kids.
It's like no, it was some sort of like demented Santa Claus who would like murder
I
people.
still
or
don't
something with
understand
it. I
why
don't
it can still do that. But...
Wow. Look at that.
Look at all the holes in it.
know. Yeah, look at this. How does what's
Whoa.
the?
So
Like a
like-
kid tried to eat it.
Yeah, my
Wow.
finger is fully
Yep.
inside that hole there.
There's actual holes in it.
We should
That's
just
Yeah.
what
yeah.
moths.
That's what I mean. The community of moths live
when
in
you
this
pick
thing.
it up, it's like when they all flutter out kind of thing, and you're like, oh, and you have to kind of shake it out.
Oh
Been
man.
there.
No,
Like,
Roberto,
look
that's
at
not
This-
actually a
and
sweater.
Own a tighter sweater. Emily purchased this
It's a
thinking it was a
t-shirt.
sweater, and it is a long sleeve
Long
T-shirt.
sleeve tee.
But it does say "Welcome to the North Swole," so
Yeah.
I
It's very
appreciate-
apropos.
It was a very
What
nice
does
gift,
Emily
Emily.
say? Jingle bell.
Rock.
Oh, like
Rock.
rock.
Yeah, like your boyfriend, The Rock. Natalie has a humongous crush
This is
on
so
The
hot,
Rock.
though.
I do not.
She wants
we
to.
all?
There he is.
She wants to rock
Your
with The
man.
Rock. That's for sure. What'd you say? I just like his movies. Yeah, his movies. Movies
Yeah,
equals
I
ab
just
muscles.
find
I
his
think
movies
he's
to
really
be excellent,
talented.
much better
I
than all
just-
the
yeah.
other movies that don't
Yeah.
have him in it.
Just
I think about them in the
talent.
bedroom before I go to bed every night.
The other day,
Rock hard
like-
talent.
Liv
Yeah.
was asking about
The people's talent.
What's his name? Tom Holland. Liv was
Gotcha.
asking about Tom Holland.
Mm.
Whoa.
And asking about how tall he was. So we're like, hey
Whoa.
Google, how tall is he?
Gotta be pretty
And
short,
the
right?
answer that Google said though wasn't like, oh, he's 5'9". It was like Tom Holland's
Why do you wanna
5'9",
know?
but actually the way he's built and the way he is and blah blah, and
Whoa.
it's like he actually looks pretty good. And I'm like, did he write
It
this
was
for
like,
Google? Like,
did Tom Holland edit his own Wikipedia?
That sounds like
page?
a
It was like,
fan edit or something.
I look pretty good for my size because I'm proportioned perfect.
I'm
Like, the way
5'9",
it said it.
but yeah.
Eyes are-
Or-
But Zendaya really
he's-
likes me.
I mean,
so.
he's 5'9", but actually, he looks in
what-
person he seems big.
That's
He's
what,
got a big
That's
personality.
what it was like. I'm like, but if you ask about anyone else, it's like they're 5'10". I'm like, that's the answer. But Google really liked Tom Holland, so.
Okay, Google.
Joe says he gets nervous when I post my list on
Okay.
Instagram. Good, because I am more nervous than you could ever imagine when I try to lift that much weight. So thank you for just spending a little bit of your nervousness on me as
Yeah,
well.
Ben doesn't warn me either. He just does it while I don't notice he's even out there. Plus, I'm not going to come save you, so I can't like lift 500 pounds off you.
I almost broke my back deadlifting the other day, but we don't have to talk about that.
Great.
Yeah, tell me when you actually do it.
When I actually
Oh.
do it, then I'll let you know.
Oh, no, what's
happened?
that?
Natalie must
Oh my
have set her
gosh.
headphones on the mic.
Oh,
Natalie.
Oh no,
I was like, whoa,
No, she's-
what was that?
that was.
Oh,
Oh,
She
she
unplugged.
unplugged it. Yeah, she unplugged. Natalie. Oh, you just F in the chat here.
You're okay.
It
It just started like echoing back to us, and we all got really
Oh,
confused.
sorry,
That's all.
sorry.
It sounded like we were listening to it like an alternate
Like a tape
reality
recorder
of this.
yeah.
Yeah,
This is what our audio actually sounds like. Is what we just heard.
an old
Yeah.
cassette.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Recording this through a potato.
let's get this show on the road.
Okay.
Tonight on the date night D list,
Here's some-
we all watched the
Whatever to hear.
Christmas classic from 2004, based on the children's book The
Classic.
Polar Express, featuring Tom Hanks as Tom Hanks
Is that
and
for-
every other single
In
character.
every character in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
We will try to decide or come to some agreement on whether this falls in the category of Christmas classic or creepy uncanny valley, because
Or both.
I think that's the
Can it be
discussion.
both?
Yeah,
I
Can
agree.
it be both? Can
I
it
already
be
got
both?
2 people today being like, I don't understand why this is on the D list. And I want to
You
be
will.
like,
Exactly.
"Ugh." Yeah.
Oh, you'll understand.
We'll let you know.
I was like,
Stay tuned.
The dead eyes are kind of one of the pieces for me, but you know.
Yeah.
Here's
Stay
what we
tuned.
need to find out. This came out in 2004. So before we talk about it tonight, what is our background with this movie? You know, I graduated from high school in 2004. I wasn't necessarily interested in watching an animated Christmas movie at the time, I guess. I don't know. I never really saw it until a couple years ago. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I
okay.
don't know if I saw it at the time. I know we watched it with Liv when she was little. And then
It was
I
all
like,
over the
what?
IMAX,
I was like,
right?
this is messed up. Yeah, it's
Right.
right at the peak time of like, put on your 3D
it?
glasses, head over to IMAX.
Yep.
And so there's like scenes where it's like, that didn't need to like punch out at me.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yes, totally.
Now, Ken, have you seen this before?
Well, it's funny you should mention. You didn't see it until 2005 or 4 or whatever. I don't think I saw this until you guys said, "Have you seen this movie?" Sometime in like maybe 2010.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Well, yeah,
like,
around
no.
we probably watched it with Liv when she was little.
Yeah, it was
and then
probably-
we said that.
yeah.
Right. Like I would have missed it by a country mile for like until I had kids probably.
Yeah.
And so and then I think I watched it out of boredom one Christmas.
Sheer
Yeah.
boredom.
Sheer boredom. And we'll get into it, but
Ryan and Natalie, this was your first time, right?
It was my first time
Both?
seeing it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
never
wow.
forget your first.
Great.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, kind of
I-
similar to you guys. I
It's a
mean, we
disturbing
were
first
adults
time.
when it came out, and
Yeah.
but it was before kids, so there was really no reason to see it other than like
Right.
at the IMAX, like if you're,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was not really one I ever had interest in seeing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. And it always like even then. And I would say like the animation isn't terrible. We can talk about that more. Like there's some
I mean, it is 2004.
but it never like was like, hey, you got to check this out. But I also wasn't familiar with the book. I never had the Polar Express
Same.
book. as
Yeah,
a kid.
neither
Right.
did
I
I.
had the book. This
Emily
is
had the
my
book.
book from when
Oh,
I
you
was a
have it now?
child.
Oh,
I
really?
have it.
Yeah, I
Just to
never even
recap
heard
us,
of it.
guys, I'll read through it real quick.
Could
Written
you
by
read
Tom
What
Hanks.
if it
the
was
entire
like
novel?
a 30 minutes of me like slow?
I hope it
Are you
is.
gonna?
The
Read the
Polar
is there a
Express.
foreword? Read the foreword.
It does have the same ending.
It does, but I will admit that there are some pages in here that when I see them, I'm like, yeah, I wish it looked a little more like that in the movie and not so like cold and creepy in the movie.
There really was only one scene in the movie that I felt like, boom, this is the book, and it's when the train shows up, and it's the same shot as the
Of
cover
the
of
kid
the book.
like looking at the train and
Makes
yeah.
sense.
You're like, oh, that's the book shot.
But okay, this one did do good too. The budget was 165 million, and they all together got about 315. So it did good. I mean, it's also Christmas
Did
though.
okay.
I feel like you could have a
Yeah.
bad Christmas movie and it would still do good.
That's
Right.
true.
Everyone's going to
Well-
the movies at Christmas time.
Yeah.
And it was like I think it was right into that peak of IMAX 3D animated, like stuff's gonna hit you in
Yeah.
the face. And there is a whole montage in the middle of this movie that is like does not land anymore
There's
in present day in the way it
multiple
Right.
maybe
montages
did
like
at
that.
a 3D movie theater.
Do they make 3D movies still? Is that
I
a thing?
hope not.
I have no
I don't
idea.
know.
No.
I don't think
Remember
so.
when you could choose 2D or 3D?
Yep.
Yeah.
I
you
always
went?
chose 2D.
I was
Every time.
always
Same
afraid
here.
I would accidentally do the 3D and then be
Oh,
like,
no.
oh, now we gotta watch. Like, I think
I
I
gotta
saw
put those glasses on that don't
one
fit.
or two 3D.
It was never something I thought was like, oh, I can't wait to see, unless you're in the IMAX. IMAX I always felt like was a different experience, but if you're just going to like AMC 20 or something and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like, you can see the 3D version of Schindler's List that they just released. It's like, I don't think I want to do that.
But like,
In color.
IMAX was
Yeah.
only fun. Yeah, oh god, IMAX was only fun if you're watching like a documentary about Everest or something. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you're like, oh look, it's like
Yeah.
I'm on the mountain.
Right,
I don't
yeah.
care
Like,
about like a regular
you're, like,
movie.
Skiing down the
Yeah,
mountain.
like
Sure.
something where you're like, whoa, while you're
Pretty sure
yeah,
it's
I'm
fun.
there. I mean, an
I think it's
IMAX theater
Matrix
is cool.
in IMAX.
yeah,
That's-
but I don't.
I don't think I've
care
ever
about
watched a movie in an IMAX theater.
I never have.
Oh, really? I've seen like they used to release, because there was the IMAX at Henry Ford was, I used to
Yeah.
live in Dearborn, and so it was like really close to me. And so I saw like a number of the Harry Potter movies were always released in IMAX, and I would see.
Really?
Yeah, I used to always
That'd
go
be
see
cool.
I
That
saw
would
the
be
Yeah.
cool.
Matrix there at the Henry Ford one.
those. Yeah.
Bonus
That's
points
funny.
for any Seinfeld references.
Oh,
Everybody's
Jeff,
great.
Jeff just
Is
made
there
one.
a point factor that we
Yeah.
keep track?
Thank
You made
Jeff.
out during Schindler's List. That's pretty rough.
All right. So what are we got any other stats on this movie before we get going?
I do have the IMDb if you wanna. Or
So-
Ooh, I want to know
whatever it
that.
is.
I have a
This is my
stat.
favorite part.
It's pretty
whoever
spot on
writes
for once.
the one sentence description of the movies on IMDb is like a true professional. On Christmas
cheating.
Eve, a young boy embarks on a magical adventure to the North Pole on the Polar Express while learning about friendship, bravery, and the spirit of Christmas. Dang, that
Okay.
one was a little too good.
That might
That
be
one's
the
good.
most accurate one
Yeah.
we've ever
Thumbs
seen.
it up right
Most of-
there. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is most of the time. It's like a young
Christmas
teen.
movie
It's
on a
like
train.
really weird. Yeah,
Right.
Right.
yeah. Found a train in his yard or something like weird.
So,
But-
I mean, the movie, it opens up with, like, a boy, he's, like, trying to stay up on Christmas Eve. But, you know, normally it would be like, so I can catch a glimpse of Santa. But it seems like he's staying up because he's grappling with the fact that he doesn't believe in Santa anymore.
Is he
Yeah.
trying
That
to
seems to be
prove
why he can't
that Santa isn't real? Is he
Yeah,
trying to
I
prove to
guess.
himself that
Or like
Santa
one
isn't
way or
real?
the other.
Yeah,
Right.
one way or the other. I feel like almost like he's like, I don't kind of think it does, but maybe.
Right.
So let's
Yeah.
just stay
Last
on that.
chance, Santa.
Yeah, this is it for
Last
you,
Prove it.
Santa.
This is the
This
big
is
man.
it.
Yeah,
Prove it.
This was
prove it.
in his
Yeah.
room. There were so many of those 3D IMAX angles where it's like the camera would fall behind his toy and you would see the reflect. Where I'm like, can we just like see what's going
Get
on?
on with it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, and it kind of follows throughout the movie. There was a lot of, like, things in this where they can't animate the way they can today, where the background, the setting is so alive that it feels like a real place.
though they are trying to make it look like the book.
But so, well, I feel like what they did instead throughout the whole movie, they do a lot of, like, dumb little things to make it feel like it's a real place. Like, he burns his hand on the radiator, totally unnecessary. Like, why did he need to do
Yeah.
that?
Sure.
There's a lot of, like, the way the toys move around and the reflections and, like, camera shots where it's like you're seeing the reflection off something that's like
Yeah.
it didn't need to
think
be
Yeah.
that
They're
way.
like showing off just animation.
Yeah.
It's like,
at
look
that
at what
point.
we
Yeah.
can animate.
Here's
right?
what we
Yeah.
can do.
That is
Well, and it get like when he's doing hole punches later in the tickets, and the pieces always fall in people's
in his-
mouths for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
know
did they
why.
need to do that?
Do it, man, young man.
This is what I'm talking
Wish
about.
you could
So
do
it's
it,
like
Tom
it's
Hanks.
it like right off the bat, right? Like he looks out burns his hand on the radiator. The whole beginning is just like him in the book. He says some friend at school told him Santa wasn't real. In the movie, it doesn't really happen that way, but he's more like, I'm starting to doubt, and his sister is like, I don't mind the beginning though. The dad putting
Yeah,
like
it's
the
fine.
kid to bed and stuff, and
Okay, but
Tom
we,
Hanks.
we need to
The first
it's
iteration of Tom
essentially
Hanks.
Yeah.
Hanks is
Tom-
putting the kid in bed, but
Tom
the
Hanks
mom
won.
then is saying goodnight, and she has on the ugliest outfit. I don't know. Like, you need to find it really quick, Ben. It's the next one.
So wait, if
hold on.
Tom Hanks plays the dad,
He probably
but
played
the
the mom too.
boy, we'll get to it, but the boy
He probably
is,
played the mom too.
the boy is also Tom Hanks.
No, the boy isn't. The
the
boy,
boy
was.
isn't Tom Hanks.
Well, wait. No, I think Tom Hanks did do his movement, but it's a voice of a kid.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
they're
not
all
his
the
voice.
same character,
But,
aren't they?
So did they literally only have in the mocap studio?
I think
Tom
it was
Hanks?
just Tom Hanks.
Really?
Wait, you think Tom Hanks
Because
played
when
all the
I-
characters?
Because when I looked up stuff, it would always just be Tom Hanks in the mocap.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
and it
can't
would
go to the
show
next
it
one.
related to.
It's-
Well, so they had a $1 million budget to use on talent. Tom Hanks was $990,000,
probably-
and they were like, "We could get him, but we sure have to use
Worth
it for a
every
lot."
penny. Yeah.
Can you open up the other one?
Oh yeah, just hold on a sec.
Okay.
I quick
This-
grabbed CGI movies of the same year, and you have
Yes, ooh, what a good idea.
The Incredibles,
Oh
Great.
man,
That's
right?
100 times-
Fantastic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shrek 2, great.
Okay.
The Snurks, which appears to be some sort of Shrek
Knockoff?
straight to DVD, and then some other
Okay.
crap you don't care
The
about. But
Snurks.
is this the first
Okay.
one where they tried to do it like realistic? Is that
Yeah, I think this is the first time that they had. I don't.
When
What did I
did-
So
read?
you're telling me this is going up against The Incredibles and
Yeah, which
Shrek
is
and
2?
Shrek 2 didn't
This
stand
is-
a chance.
Yeah.
I
Only
thought
because
this
of the
was
theme,
older than
right?
that.
No.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, my
not. Okay,
goodness.
this mom's sweater. She's like, "Good night," and she has some sort of vest, Christmassy holiday. I right away was like, "What the f is this?"
Yeah, she's like a Christmas nurse.
No, I love
even-
this. Look at this.
It's like billowing
I
as
can-
she says goodnight
Look at
to
all
him. And,
cloth. All the cloth lays wrong.
oh yeah,
In
everything.
the,
was
even
wrong
in the
this.
still
I mean,
picture.
look at his pillow. It's like
Right. It's like
It's
filled with
messed up.
air, kind of.
Now,
Yeah.
while the animation of this is off, I can
You
see
would like to
if it's
purchase
the
this?
90s,
Look at her
It's
hair, though.
not
Hair
the-
looks
well,
great.
I guess if it's based off the 1986.
like
or
a
whatever.
mom with the thick.
Oh yeah,
I don't know where they find these white T-shirts that are this thick.
right. It's a
The
turtleneck.
thickest
Like if
white
this
T-shirt.
was a white
Yep, it's
T-shirt.
definitely a turtleneck.
Right.
Mhm. and then there's some sort of like sleeveless.
Yeah, it's a vest.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
Because it works at Easter. It works at Christmas. You just change
Yeah,
the vest.
yeah, that's true.
Don't
It's-
forget, she is pregnant,
yeah. I thought
and
she
I
was
think
pregnant.
it's open in the front.
Oh
She
my
looked
god,
pregnant.
it's so Golden Girls. Like I'm
Was she
pregnant.
pregnant?
Where it's like if I just undo this button, I make a little more room for my belly, like that
Oh,
kind
yeah.
Oh yeah.
of oof. Okay, that right away was bothering me, but
Well, when
But
she
I
walked
don't-
into the room when he was pretending to sleep, you know, like they said goodnight to the little girl, and then they went into the boys' room to say goodnight. Like Ryan and I were like, they're just like openly talking about like, oh, do you think he still believes in Santa? Like,
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, they're in his room, walking in there, like,
Yeah.
well, we gotta have the talk with him soon, don't we? And it's like, he's awake.
I know,
Big
and he's
old
like, no,
bozo
he's
over
He
here,
could
and
totally
it's
be
like,
awake. Have that conversation, off,
Yeah.
off camera.
Go downstairs before you.
Yeah,
start
just
talking
be in
about
any
it.
other. Should we? Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's very true.
Here's
Ridiculous-
some real
ridiculous
questions.
one.
If we go to the chat, it is such a grandma sweater.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is
yeah.
absolutely true because that woman who was this age when the movie was made is now grandma age. From the, when it was the 80s.
She was prepping.
That's true.
Oh, I see. 80s. Okay.
Is the animation in Polar Express better than Shrek 2? It's a technically pulling off
It's-
trying to animate real people instead of them making them look like cartoons.
I think the
maybe.
animation in this
Yeah.
movie is terrible.
Yeah.
But it's
Personally.
tricky because it's supposed to look like the book, which they did do pretty good at that because the book is kind of like the soft.
But if it's
but-
all mocapped, why are they all so stiff?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because their
agreed.
mocap probably the points were only like.
That's
like
a good
now,
point,
I
yeah.
don't know. Now they probably have like 100 points on your arm. Back then it was probably like
Yeah.
there's 20 on each arm.
Elbow,
And you just have
wrist,
elbow.
shoulder.
Exactly. and
That's
it's
why
like
that
really-
one kid, the poor kid, like moves like
Oh
this
my
all the time.
gosh! You know what? What's
Yes.
Gang Beasts? Is that the one video
Yeah.
game? He moves like that when they run, and it's like, yeah.
I mean, in 2001, they were able to mocap Andy Serkis into Gollum. Why didn't they just use?
Okay.
They just use that technology. And that looked
Exactly.
great.
Excellent point.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah,
All right.
that kid ran like a.
Roberto has two important points that clearly none of y'all hear the bells
Mhm.
this time of year.
It's true.
And maybe that's true. But I still will always
Sorry.
pick The Incredibles for several
Right.
reasons, and I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah,
with
the
them.
mom in The Incredible has the dump truck ass. That's
true.
totally true.
No Pixar butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although she can shape and stretch her butt that way, so that I actually
Yeah.
believe
Choice.
that animation. She
She
did that.
chooses
She did that on
that.
purpose.
She chooses to look like
She,
that.
Yep.
Yeah, every morning.
Stretch slotties or whatever it is she does.
All right, well, so it is established that there is some doubt in Santa. He goes to bed finally, and at 5 to 12, what do we know? The Polar Express pulls up in his front yard.
Is it
Right
really
on the
5
street.
to 12? Does it
Yeah.
show that?
Yeah,
it shows
does really
5
quick.
to 12 when
Okay.
the Polar Express arrives. Mhm.
Do we know how old this boy is supposed to be? Do we know? Is he like in the 10ish
No.
age
know.
or
Yeah,
so,
that's
or a
what
little
I'm
older?
assuming, but-
He looks
Because
like he's
I'm
like
gonna say,
9, 10.
and maybe this is just me. There is no way my almost 10-year-old, if he hears a noise, is just gonna literally get up and run out the front door.
Yeah.
He's coming into my
Yeah, I
room
know.
like, oh my god, the house is shaking. What is happening? You know what I
Well-
mean?
What if a magic train pulled up right in front of your
Right.
house on the road?
But he didn't know that until he opened the door,
But-
right?
Well, that's
All he
the
knew was
thing.
his house was shaking like crazy. He opens the
He
door
looks
and
out
walks
his
out.
window,
There's
and then he goes to
lights.
check it out, and it's like, yeah, are we not like? I don't know. It's weird that he's just like, yeah. I mean, I guess I could like board this random.
I'm just gonna
train.
go
Like,
outside.
Yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't go with
See
a
what's
bunch of
happening by
strangers that
myself.
pulled up in your front yard, but it's supposed to
Well,
be magical.
When it's you from the future on a train, mocapped by yourself.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
right. It's
When
all
have
you.
the
Sense of
same
connection.
voice, That's
Right.
true.
Yeah, he only has
You
enough money for
convincing
him.
you.
It's you from the future who's
Saying,
mocapped by you, who's also
on
your
this train."
dad. You're also your dad.
It's like
in
some
this
Futurama
story.
thing.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Well, when he looks out the window, he has the most lifeless expression on his face. like
Everybody in this
nothing-
movie's dead.
Right.
nothing
I think.
about
They have
it that was-
nothing's in their eyeballs.
Yeah.
Doesn't age well. The animation does not
It's-
age well.
No.
But
It's
there's
bad.
like zero expression. If there was a flippin' steam train Christmas that pulled up in my yard, I'm at least gonna be surprised. Instead, he's just kind of like.
They all
"Yo,
just
guys,
kinda
what,
like-
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
this
like
is
if
a
someone was
Yay.
looking
Right.
over your
Oh,
shoulder
man.
when they're talking
Wow.
to you. Yeah.
I'm so excited right now. This is amazing.
Oh
my
my
eyes
God.
are
this
doing
is a
nothing.
lesson that has been learned. is that
did.
Yes.
we
Yeah.
don't animate humans because
Yeah.
it doesn't work. It's
Yeah.
always
No.
Uncanny
it's
Valley.
like every video game. It's
Ben, can
Give
you
up.
explain the Uncanny Valley for us?
The Uncanny Valley is the inexplicable weirdness when you see an animated person that you can't. Because we're so good at looking at people's faces, it is so hard to recreate digitally a face that there's just always something that you feel like is wrong, but you can't put your finger on it. That is the Uncanny Valley.
And
Is
the
it-
closer you get, the more uncomfortable
Worse
you
it is.
feel
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
Well, that's why like a Pixar, like The Incredibles,
Right.
is like,
You
yeah,
got-
that's fine.
Right, they're
because
not super realistic.
yeah.
But as soon as you try to get realistic, it's like, I don't like this at
That's
all.
why Wall-E works. When they see the humans, they're like Gumby people
Right.
Yeah.
because they've been floating in
Cartoons.
space
yeah.
too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
right. They're cartoony versions. Now, I wonder why was the choice to do this? Is this what the book
there must have
looks like?
been-
Because why
The
would
book
they?
looks-
Why didn't they just get real actors and make it some CG and use
I
I
them?
feel like somebody was trying to flex. Like somebody was
Yeah.
like, "We
Yeah.
can do this.
Look at
We
this
have the
technology. we got.
technology."
My
You have
Aunt
an
Mabel
interesting-
doesn't think
What?
this is Uncanny Valley.
So
I need
this
to,
is
like,
made
find-
by Robert Zemeckis and
Yeah,
Tom
Back to the
Hanks.
Future guy.
Well, he also did his joints with Tom Hanks include Forrest Gump
Oh wow.
and Castaway. So
Okay.
two absolute masterpieces,
Like,
and then
it's
they
got the
deliver
style.
this.
Yeah, it does look
Yeah,
like
but that's
But-
cartoony.
But
Yeah, even that doesn't look like.
That's more cartoony.
this
Creepy.
is more like water, close to watercolor. But see, in the book, there's honestly like 2 pages of people total.
Oh
Huh.
really?
They don't really show
Book Santa
much.
is less scary than movie
Oh
Santa.
yeah, he's
Then
not
this
as like.
Can you show us
Russian-
Book Santa, please?
It's just the one picture. Can you?
Oh,
It's
that's
hard to tell.
pretty good.
Looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Santa
But
Hitler right
other
there.
than this, that and then them on the train, everything else is like more of a landscape scene in the book. Like it's not people in the book a lot. So
Good choice.
But the boy decides to go get on a magical train shows up, and you're a 10-year-old boy, and you don't believe in Santa. Of course, you're going to get on a magical Santa train. And what I find funny is, so Tom Hanks, the conductor is the most Tom Hanks.
I mean, like
Yeah,
it is
agreed.
Tom
It is.
Hanks. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Tom
it's like
Hanks style
Tom
to
Hanks.
11.
Looks like
it's
him.
not.
Yeah.
Dial to
But-
it's more Tom Hanks.
It's more Tom Hanks than Tom
Hanks.
Hanks. It's
Yeah.
caricature Tom
before-
Hanks.
It is.
Before he gets on the train, the conductor like reads to him, being like, "Yo, you're the kid who like doesn't believe in Santa, right?" Like he reads all this stuff about him, and he's like, "I would think about climbing on that train, you know." And like the way he says
There
it
he
to
is.
him is like, "Are you threatening me right now?"
Everything
like, I
he
don't know.
says in this movie
Get on
is
this
a
train.
threat.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
It's like I would double check that before you climb on board, bud. And
And
you're
he
like,
does-
"Do you want me to go with you, or do you want me to like go back home?" I don't quite understand why.
He totally plays hard to get too. He's like, "Well, we're going to the North Pole. I don't know if you
yeah,
want to
you
come
do
or
what you
not."
want. It's up
But
to you.
like, oh, you're not gonna come? Fine. All right, let's get the train
like
going.
within
Start
1
it up.
second, you better
Yep.
hop on.
Like that
Yeah,
reverse psychology.
He basically is like, nah, I'm not going. The train moves 30 feet, and he's like, I got to get on this train.
Yeah.
But his
I can't
his
not
run
get on
to
this
the
train.
train at least is normal, which
It's
our
normal.
next run to the train is not.
This
No,
boy need-
but-
is
Because-
it the boots?
I don't
Yeah,
know
isn't
what it is.
snow-
I don't
No, he
because
runs like that the whole time.
I mean, you
though.
get a tiny little introduction then to the train car of kids, right? There you come in. There's a couple of kids in the train. There's clearly he's later in the pickup.
There's
He's
like
last on the
10
bus
kids
route.
or something.
He's been
right?
abducted in the later
Yeah,
section of the
right.
That's what it's like.
abductees. Yeah.
The train
He's
car
a
doesn't
last-
look
Totally been
welcoming
abducted.
necessarily.
He's a late draft on the
You definitely,
abduction
yeah, you're
train.
always waiting for something, for the other shoe to drop, and Tom Hanks to just like slice someone's head off.
It honestly, like at any time, this could turn into a horror movie.
It
Yeah.
could.
At
And that's
any
Well, when he
time.
meets Hobo
Someone-
Hanks, Hobo Hanks,
Someone
I'm
argued
That
this
too.
is
definitely
a horror
afraid
movie.
of. Yeah,
There's
Could
like
be
it
a
could do
horror
one
movie.
note to shift the music, and you'd be like, "Oh shit!" Like right away, it would
Mhm.
turn. It would switch. But
is,
then,
is this a Corona? It is
Whoa,
a Corona.
look at that.
oh, someone.
Man,
it
that's
goes
pretty
to the-
extra.
It goes to
Corona,
the
I don't
shitty
know.
part of town. It goes to the wrong side of
No.
the tracks.
That's the thing. Poindexter leans over the
Ugh.
chair and says, "We're going to the other side of the tracks."
Can we agree that kid has the worst voice
Yes.
Oh,
of
yeah.
any character
Yeah.
in any
Have one
movie
written
ever?
down.
Going to the other side. I can't even.
We're
do
going to
it.
the other
gotta
side of
plug
the
it.
tracks. Oh my!
We're going to the other side of the
tracks.
But it's
Well,
like
yeah.
it's like, but it's like they turn for some reason. Only his audio track is
Way
like
worse.
dialed up.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like everyone else's voice
He
is
just
normal, and it's
sounds
like,
like an
"Hey,
actual
why
guy.
don't?" Oh.
I'm so hot in this. Look at I'm like burning up.
Keep
in
it
the-
going. You're turning
I'm
bright
like
red.
So sweaty
I
in
like
this
it.
thing. I'm
Here's the
dying.
thing, though. I was like, what? Like, is this set in 1920? Like, we're going to the other side of the tracks.
Yes.
Like,
I know.
and we're all supposed to pick up on what that means?
Yeah,
because
I
then we
don't.
pull up at the poor
Well, once
kid's
you see
house.
Billy, you know.
Well,
He can't even run right, let
Also,
alone.
aren't we on a train that just went down your street? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tracks going
right.
where we want them
Yeah,
to go.
saying like
Right,
the other
yeah.
side of the tracks, I feel like doesn't make any sense at this
We're
point.
literally on the tracks.
But
you can't be on either
Yep,
side.
we are on
You
them.
can't be like we crossed over.
Yeah, how do you cross the track on a train?
no,
Take a
that's the
hard
thing.
right. 90 degrees.
The movie, the audience is supposed to interpret that as we're in the poor part of town.
Right.
But, like, it's freaking 2021. I don't interpret the other side of the
Right.
tracks as the slums anymore. And in
Right.
2004, did I? When this came out?
I don't think I would.
It's
I
a
would still
weird
be like, I
line.
don't know what. I
It
don't
is.
Know.
It is.
Then we see Billy
Delivered
in his
by-
nightgown. He's
Mhm.
wearing
Yeah.
his dad's shirt for pajamas. And we get the same spiel. You hear outside Tom Hanks says word for word the same thing to the kid, and
Does
he
he?
does the
Wow.
same thing. Not
Even
gonna get on.
Angry.
Yep,
Well,
not
I
getting
mean,
on.
If a stranger came up to me at like midnight outside my house on a train and was like, "Are
On
you
a
getting on
train.
or not?" I'd probably be like,
Hell
"No, thanks.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry."
game, baby.
Like,
It made me wonder for every
You
single
got a
one
van?
of those other kids, did they have to do the pull away and the kid jumped
and
on?
they're like, "Ah,"
Right.
panic.
Yeah, everybody.
Billy can't run, so
I don't
He
know what
flails,
this
though.
is. I have
Can we
here
get, like, a
poor
GIF?
kid, sad run animation.
well
I
that
don't-
too. He runs like his knees.
Wait,
his
is the
knees
run
are, like,
animation
hitting
sad
each
or is he
other.
sad?
He's-
is it
he's
sad
like
run
Joe.
animation or is it kid is
Ken
comma
has it
sad?
down that you did.
It's like a
if
head
you didn't
first.
move
Does
your
it perfectly.
arms.
If your head weighed 100 pounds
Yeah.
and you were wearing oversized
weird.
rain boots,
You know what it reminds me of? Did you guys ever play the video game BioShock, the original BioShock? If you did every single human in that game animates exactly the same way as they
Oh,
do in this
man.
movie. It's just like about 10 clicks south of normal. You know, like
Yeah.
they almost got the movements like a real human, but not at
I'm
the
fine.
same time, not at all.
That's not right.
It's like the bug
Yeah.
guy
I think
from
they
Men in
made-
Black. Like
Yeah,
he's like
exactly.
pretending to be a guy.
It's like his
They
first
made
day as a
Tom
human.
Hanks run.
Hey,
wearing an Egger suit.
can I go on the train?
Oh my god. Do you think they were like, Tom Hanks, I want you to like run without moving your arms?
Oh, he
and
definitely
that was the
mocapped
boy?
it. I think he's the only person involved in this project.
Yeah,
I
they
think
only
he was
had
the
about
only
$100 left
mocapper.
after his salary was paid.
He
could have
they
funded
only
it.
had one mocap suit. It was
Right.
the first of its kind, a prototype.
He built
The-
it.
Are you saying this or are you like
No,
do you
I'm
just
believe
making
this,
that
or are
up.
you making it
But like here, like
Like working theory.
They borrowed it from the Weta Workshop.
getting redder and redder. I need to like change.
just let it roll. Just roll with it. You'll cool down later. It's not like you
Hey,
stay
man.
If you
hot for the
pass
rest of your
out-
life.
If you pass out, there's still four of us. There's still four of us to soldier
Yeah,
forward.
we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
we can do this. But this is the first moment I felt like it takes a turn from, you know, when you meet Tom Hanks, the conductor, you're like, is this a horror movie? But then when you
Agreed.
meet this kid, you're like,
It is a horror movie.
Right.
it
Then
is.
you're sure.
He's
Then you're
abducting
certain.
You're
poor
convinced.
people to kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to go sit by himself because he's poor.
Well, but what
Right,
happens
you
though?
know.
Yeah, what the hell is that about?
Just
Why
like-
does he not get to
Just
be in
like
the same
how it
car as
always
everyone
is.
else?
But before he does that, like he's trying to chase the train, and which first of all, the main kid doesn't have a name on like Wikipedia. He's Hero Kid or
Ugh.
Hero Boy. So Hero Boy,
His
main
name
kid,
is Hero Boy?
like yeah, he doesn't have. It's stupid.
But he's not a hero.
He
He's like
pulls. He's just like a kid. He
Johnny
doesn't
come
do
lately finally does it after
He pulls the emergency
Takes
brake
his
though
sweet
to like
time.
help the kid out, and Tom Hanks is fucking pissed. He comes
Who
in that
stopped
train car
this
and he's
train?
like, "You got to be like." He is like talking
Yeah.
through his teeth, pissed.
about to
And he's
catch
like,
these
"Who-"
hands.
Yeah, he is gonna kill them. And then they're like, "We stopped it for the kid." Which then he's like, "Oh, okay, whatever."
Oh.
But like you said, that kid has to hang out in the back car, which also isn't even furnished as nice as the other car.
Why
I
is
thought it
he
was
in
furnished
there?
better. It's like a lounge. It's like it's on
not
what's that TV show with in the '60s where they're advertisers and they drink a lot.
Mad Men?
Mad Men?
Mad Men.
Okay,
Yes.
I wasn't quite sure what you were getting at.
Bioshock?
Can we all appreciate Natalie, who just got up and was walking around, and she looked like
Whoa.
a kindergarten teacher with her.
I was
didn't even
just cleaning
notice
the
that.
dogs. I'm like, get out of here, go upstairs.
I saw them like wrestling back there, and you're like,
I saw you all run upstairs. I thought there was something upstairs that you were all excited
No,
about. Like, let's
I
go,
was like-
guys!
I was like on mute the whole time because I'm like, you could just see them fighting, and they're just like, rah, rah, rah. And then eventually I was like,
okay.
I'm like, you gotta go. Get
Send
out
him
of
downstairs with Ryan.
here. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You want to see a horror movie, do that.
oh man.
I'm like,
But
God.
yeah,
Alright.
the poor Billy has to sit in the back car.
Right,
Yeah, but
so
that's
we have-
ridiculous. Let him
We
in
have
front.
hero kid who's scared of the conductor. We have poor kid who's trapped in a car alone, and we're not quite sure where the movie's going to
And-
go from here.
And you
Did
met
they
the
explain that,
girl,
by the way?
too.
Did I miss that explanation of why he's in the back
He's
car
a
by
non-believer.
himself?
They-
Christmas doesn't work out for him, so he's not allowed in the main
But they
car.
never say. They're just like, oh,
Yeah.
he's back there. Like they never say why.
Yeah, that
Like
that was
they-
bothering me so much. I'm like, let the fucking kid in the front car, for crying out loud.
Yeah,
All these
I
other
know.
kids are just playing and hanging out. There's room for the guy.
But
You
he's
got-
poor, so like he's
Right.
probably not allowed to.
You know how it is when you're poor and you have to.
I
You know
know.
how, you know how it is.
how it
I mean, look at my Santa hat. You think I don't know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We can only afford this Santa hat.
Like the homeless Santa.
All right, now we're officially on our trip to the North Pole. Everybody's on board.
Is that ever made clear?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
one-
says
Because remember,
it.
he's like, are we actually going to the North Pole? And the kids are like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
girl.
we are.
Of course we're going to the North Pole. This is a 25678
Yeah,
engine.
then,
Right.
we were going. Yeah, right. The engine. This was built in 1927.
Yeah.
God,
I
I
like
like that guy.
Thanks, Poindexter.
I can't make fun of that kid too much because I feel like that's me on the train.
See, I'm the exact opposite. Honestly, the fact that this was called the Polar Express was a big turnoff for me to watch it in the first place because I find nothing enjoyable at all
Yeah.
about trains.
You've heard about his feelings about trains and board games. Like he has no interest in that
Are you
theme at all.
anti-train?
I think
Get out
so.
of my
I
face
think
with
I
that.
I think I'm
Wow.
anti-train. Trains are. I'm just gonna say trains are the worst. Trains
What's
are
your
boring.
problem, man?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
did you have a
God.
model train
Fuck.
as a kid?
No.
Wow.
I mean,
did.
I might have had a model train. I don't think I ever
35
played with
gauge. I don't know what size
it.
model.
Though. Ugh, yeah, I know a lot of people love trains.
Put the
I'm
fake
not, I'm one
smoke
of the,
in there, and
I'm
it would
not one of
poof
them.
the smoke out the stack.
It's pretty
You're
cool.
missing out. You gotta live a little.
No way.
Oh, you're that kid.
Yeah, I'm that kid. Yeah,
Train
absolutely.
If you look up the guy who did that kid's voice, it looks exactly the
It's
same as
just
that
him.
kid. If he just like took some
Yeah.
took some years off.
All right, so now we got to make up some conflict so that we can have some resolutions. We have to make up some story. So it's time to punch tickets. The guy comes around, does some like, she's got a hole puncher. I got to punch her tickets. The pieces are falling in people's mouths. I don't know why.
Everybody's
Like,
in their
why
seat doing
specifically
this.
their mouths?
Thank you, Papa Hanks. Yeah. It's like
Waiting
snowflakes
for-
falling.
Fill it up, baby.
Yeah. Gross.
But it's like, what happens that they need to go back to the kid in the
So,
back? Oh, they have hot chocolate.
The girl brings
Yeah, he doesn't get any.
Come out
Yeah.
and do a dance. He doesn't. The poor kid doesn't get
There's
hot
a
chocolate.
dance number. The only dance number in the movie.
And of
Yeah.
course, Tom Hanks the whole time is like, I don't know what he says. He's like,
Yeah,
let's do this, like the whole time.
Yeah,
he's
he
like
says that
yelling
same
weird.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Well, he's
I
like
know.
yelling like, "We gotta get moving!" And then 2 seconds later, who's ready for hot chocolate?
Yeah,
Let's
and he's
dance.
like doing a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not a very catchy song either.
No,
What?
it was just weird.
I
but
like
then
this. My daughter loves
Really?
this song, but it's because she
Really?
literally loves hot chocolate.
Okay.
mean,
well, that
that
makes
makes
more
Hot.
sense.
I microwave chocolate milk for her every
Yeah,
single
like-
morning.
Do
That's
you really?
true. Yeah,
Every
it's
morning?
true.
Wow.
Every morning she wakes up.
The
But-
only thing I wrote for
Chocolate
this
milk
part of the
time.
movie was stop standing on my table.
Yes. Get your dirty
Yeah,
feet
they
off of my
are.
table.
Stop standing on here. I'm
you can
eating
switch
off of it.
that.
You got it.
Yes,
That's
See,
it.
okay, Ted knows it. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
The best
No, I
part
don't
of
remember a
What your
second
kid's
of it.
like.
At the
I remember it
very
being
end, he goes,
creepy.
The girl.
Now you got
There's Billy.
hot
You're missing
chocolate.
all these
Oh, yes.
photos.
Emily is
really
prepared.
like.
Emily has prepared
Oh,
so much
there it
for us
is.
that I'm skipping over.
You haven't like done any.
Billy in his dad's shirt.
Here, wait, show the.
Oh, there they are.
This is the
Oh.
girl.
Does she have a name?
Okay.
I'm
Go
sure
to-
she
Yeah,
does.
I think she
Here's
did
the
have a
hot
name.
chocolate people. I
There
don't
we
like
go.
that they all
Hold
look
on,
the
is
same
that
though.
Steve Buscemi on the list?
That totally is Steve Buscemi. 100%.
Look at this is
100%.
very clearly the same.
Oh, yeah, it's all the
3D
same guy.
model
Oh, they're all
Yeah.
the same.
with two different
Yeah.
mustaches.
Mustaches, just different mustache.
One's just down.
Although I don't think they really
Yeah.
tried to hide that too much. I think they
No,
they
they
definitely.
didn't.
I think
Although
that-
what's in
yeah.
the guys? What's in the very very background of this picture?
The chef.
It's like
Is that the chef?
chef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like he's wearing a headdress or he's got like a
I think it's
This is the
peacock
chief.
incident going on.
This is the train
Yeah,
chief.
right. He's the train chief. Exactly.
the girl brings the hot chocolate back to Billy, and right, Hero Kid, the main kid, is like, "You forgot your ticket," which is like, I left it on my fucking seat.
I
Stop
know. I'm
touching
gonna
my
be
shit."
back. Right. Why do you need to
Yeah.
bring it?
Right. I love when she comes back and she was like, I don't know, I left it right on my seat, like on purpose. This is where I left it. Like, and he was like, she left it on her seat. I better bring it to her.
Yeah, but I don't.
Why?
it's
That was the
and-
stupidest idea.
and it
Why,
has
why
to
did
be
he?
between
That
train
whole
cars,
part
so-
made no sense. I
Yeah,
mean, it
it-
made sense later because they needed her to like go somewhere. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
while
but
it
she
was happening,
didn't
'cause,
need
like,
her
I don't
ticket
know the
punch right
story.
that
I've
moment.
never read the book. I don't know anything about the story while we're watching it, and I'm like, why is this
I
thing
don't
happening
think
with the
in
ticket?
the book.
Here's
it
why.
talks
Here's
about
why.
any
No,
other
I think
kids.
it's that flex Emily was talking about before to show what they could do because
the
that whole
3D
sequence
floating.
started the ticket out the train where the stupid eagle takes it and feeds it to
3D
his
time,
eaglet.
baby.
Oh,
And it's
the
like
world.
That
Oh, yeah.
drove me
and-
fucking
It's-
crazy.
Hold on. Before we get into this 3D sequence, this
All right,
is
sorry,
the
go ahead.
main 3D montage. We have a couple of questions to answer. Ken, have you ever tried making legit homemade chocolate in the
haven't.
morning?
No.
But
I
also,
wouldn't
like,
know where to
wait, is this
start.
for June or Quinn?
This is Quinn. So she's.
I feel like Quinn, if you made it, she'd be like, no.
Yeah,
like,
no,
What
she
is
wants-
legit
wants-
homemade hot chocolate?
She would-
What makes
she
it more
wants,
legit
like,
than just
Yeah, is
milk
it
and
like
exactly
chocolate?
what you're
Christmas?
doing.
Like cream and melted chocolate
Like
instead of
melt the
Swiss
chocolate,
Miss.
No, I'm
yeah,
not-
or whatever.
I got stuff
That's
to
too
do.
much work.
Respectfully.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Totally in the morning.
We're
That's
talking
what
about.
Surprised you
Kids
go
are
through
like-
that much trouble.
They're like, no
me
thanks,
too.
and you're
I
like,
don't know.
great. Yeah.
She's the nice one, so she gets what she asks
So she
for.
gets what
That's
she
true.
gets.
Yeah.
No, definitely Swiss Miss.
Not
It's
Swiss
gotta
Miss.
be Swiss Miss.
No, we're talking about just chocolate milk, microwave.
Warmed up.
That's it.
That works
Microwave chocolate milk. Ooh, that's the way to go.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way
That's
to go.
what's up.
You don't have to make it at all. You just gotta warm it up.
Yeah, right. Just pour it in
Yeah.
a mug and put it in the
But
microwave.
it's like 5:15, and she's like,
Oh, God.
The waiters with
just
the
got up.
mustaches. Was that the evil version on the right with the curly mustache?
"They all
Yeah,
look
totally.
evil to
Right.
me."
Exactly.
They're all a little creepy and evil.
You didn't get hot chocolate, you got poison.
That's,
Yes,
it
please.
was weird. It
right.
was
Yeah,
very
give the
weird.
poison to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's let the 3D show begin.
No.
I'm in IMAX. And
Oh,
it's 3D,
man.
and we're gonna
This
have
is
a
the
ticket
worst.
fly through the wilderness.
Woo.
It's gonna go past some wolves who run, and it.
Mhm.
This
I don't
is
mind
stupid.
the ticket.
Goes
I
to
don't
the
mind the
eagle.
ticket thing. The ticket is, I guess,
Mhm.
interesting in a way, right? Because it shows that there's magic obviously there's magic happening, but
yeah,
like
because it comes back.
the ticket comes back.
Ugh.
But then like later there's 3D stuff where it's like turn this off. Like I'm actually sick.
They're like, we're going
This
down a
is too much.
slide.
I
Like,
hate
the
it.
whole
I-
time, yeah.
I could not hate anymore the eagle taking the ticket and feeding the ticket to his baby.
Jamming.
And then the
Yeah,
baby
and then-
eating it and then barfing it up. I was like,
Onto
why
you.
do we need
The
this?
position
Who
when
thought of
camera
that
under
sequence?
the nest. And
Yeah.
the ticket is barfed onto
Yeah,
the
it's
audience.
right,
Right.
like,
And-
oh.
And when the
God, that
ticket
was gross.
is coughed up by the baby bird, it sounds like a person coughing into a microphone. It does. It sounds like this. It goes. It's like, honestly,
Again, they
that-
spent all the money
Tom
on. They
Hanks.
spent all the money.
They probably
Tom,
shoved
Tom,
the
cough
ticket
into this
down
microphone.
Tom's
Yeah,
throat,
Tom.
and they said, "Spit it up quick."
Or
And he-
or they were like,
like,
we have this
mocap it.
audio clip of Tom Hanks coughing. How do
Right.
we use this in the
Like
movie?
one
I got
day-
it.
all
I got
Tom
it.
Hanks.
I
Tom
got
Hanks
this
mocapped
eagle.
the-
I was gonna say mocap the eagle.
Tom
the
Hanks
baby.
mocapped
Yeah.
the mama bird,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
mocapped the baby bird.
Yeah, and I heard he was the ticket.
He did.
Probably. Yeah. That's gonna blow up.
Oh my god. But well, in the end,
Stupid-ass
the
bird.
ticket goes. It blows back into the door
course
before
it
the
does.
stupid kid
Of
Right
course.
before it
and like
closes.
it's stuck. But then when Tom Hanks comes back in, he's like, "Where's your ticket?" And the girl's like, "I left it on my seat. If some idiot didn't move it."
Yeah,
That's
right.
when Tom Hanks is then pissed, like, you don't have a ticket? And he's like, he looks like...
Yep,
he's
to the
honestly
dungeons with you.
going to
Yeah,
murder her.
throw her
Yeah.
off.
What does
she's
he do
dead
with her?
now.
He takes her back to the
kill
poor
her.
car, doesn't he?
Well, he
No, he
takes
takes her to
port
the-
car, but then somehow gets around to she's in a whole different car.
Oh,
She's in the front of the train
Like,
driving the
come
train.
see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then
when
you don't know
the-
where she goes.
That's
Yeah,
when you meet
that's-
Hobo Hanks.
That's
Yeah.
when the kid legit thinks she's gonna get thrown off the train.
Right.
Which
She
I'm
doesn't
Off
like...
the
know where she
front,
goes.
though? Like, I don't
No, I'm like,
understand.
run her
maybe at
over?
the back.
Miss Trunchbull comes in and is gonna just like
Put her in the chokey.
put her in the
Yeah.
choke.
Oh, God. That's when stupid kid is like, no, wait. And then when he finds a ticket, he goes to find the girl and the conductor.
We're
And-
almost to my favorite part of
And
this
he
movie.
thinks the smartest move, a train
The beard pull.
going to the North Pole through the winds of winter. I should
At
probably
like
climb
2,000
on
miles
top.
an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on
Yeah.
top of
Right.
the train.
Like, I have a hard
That'll
time
work.
walking to the mailbox in winter, let alone
Yeah.
keeping my balance on top
Right.
of a, like, really quick train. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. And he has slippers
3 feet
on.
of snow.
Like, this is,
Yeah.
So that's
Right.
when he goes on top and...
It's time to meet the Holy Ghost.
There
Yep,
you go.
Hobo
And with
Hanks.
the son of Santa. Now we have to meet the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
There is a hobo on the top. There is a hobo on the top of this train that we saw momentarily during the ticket montage was hanging from a
Yeah,
hammock.
it blows
underneath
past
the
him and he
train.
almost
Yes,
falls
that's
off and
right.
dies.
He's hanging underneath. That's right.
Which the kids were like, what is that guy doing? And they
Now,
were like, trying.
he is
Yeah, that was so
playing-
weird.
Peacefully
playing-
sleeping
I don't know what this
under
instrument
this
is.
train.
Yeah, I don't know what
is
that was either.
thing? It's
Ooh.
in
Is he playing
what's
something?
that pirate video
Sea of
game, Ken?
Thieves,
Sea
yeah.
of Thieves. You turn it, but you play it almost
What
like a
is that
violin.
called?
I don't know what it's called. He's playing some sort of Christmas song on it.
Oh,
It's like
King-
the
Good King
creepiest way to play
Wenceslas,
music.
I think.
What's that?
What was it?
I think it was like Good King Wenceslas.
Yeah.
Wenceslas.
Whatever.
Wenceslas.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba,
Yeah.
ba, ba, ba,
Yes.
ba,
We get to my
ba.
favorite
Yeah,
part
that
of the
was great.
movie. He says, the kid says to him, "I'm looking for a girl. Have you seen her?" Or he says, "Have you seen anybody come by here? I'm looking for a girl." And the guy says, "Ain't we all, kid?"
Yeah, I know. What the heck is that?
Also,
Yeah.
Oh.
he's like has a bonfire going on.
He's
top of the
cracking
plane.
up when he says it. He's like, "Ain't we all?"
Why
And I
does
was
the
like,
kid,
man.
F
speak the
this, I'm
truth.
going back in the car.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they high
If I
five.
found a hobo having a fire on top of my train car, and he said that to me, I'd go, and
Yeah,
I gotta
goodbye.
go. I'm gonna turn back around. Like, first of all, why am I on top of a fucking train? But
Nice.
him
Agreed.
having
Yeah.
a fire too. I feel like I don't think you should be doing this up here. Like, what?
Yeah. How
What
are
is
you
going
holding on
on?
to that? How are you just sitting there like nothing's happening?
But this is where we get to the, like, this is the crux of the movie, right? Because he makes the comment about, like, you only believe what you see, right?
Seeing is believing.
Seeing is believing. You know, and then he sort of, like, disappears and then comes back. And then we get another 3D montage where he
Yeah.
shows up on skis. There's a roller coaster ride
Oh,
while
I
the train
hate
is going
this.
on.
This is the worst part of the
Doesn't
movie
make
for
sense.
me. The
It's like to
skis
get-
and the
Agreed.
To get
Yeah.
We
The
go
train's
up,
like
we go
going
down.
up,
train
we go
before it goes
down.
in a tunnel, right?
It's
Yeah.
honestly
The
like,
1-inch gap.
right,
Yeah.
we're at the IMAX.
Oh yeah, that's 100% for that.
put on.
That's
It
it.
needs to say at the bottom, "Put on 3D glasses now."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like bright yellow.
Right.
Because there's no, I mean, like, the book
And
is
it's
very
the thing,
simple.
it's like you just you know, like that kind of the ticket thing and then this, you know, there's a big part of the middle of this movie that you're like, well, this was not made for my TV.
Yep.
Right.
This is just,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, and it's just like ah.
Wasn't made for my eyeballs either. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get up to the front of the train. They fall through he falls through a pile of coal. The ghost disappears. He's a
Yep.
ghost apparently.
gets-
Right. We just find out then.
On a
Yeah.
wall.
Right.
He does,
yeah,
yeah.
he does.
I think he
Obliterated.
explodes.
I'm like, I hope that's
If they
Right,
could show
like,
blood,
dark.
it would be everywhere. He just gets vaporized.
Just-
Right.
I guess you're not exactly sure if he's a ghost yet because he
No.
exploded when he
Yeah,
hit a
now
wall
you
at
know.
100
Oh
miles an
well,
Right, you're
he's
kinda
dead.
Well, he's a ghost now.
Yeah.
hour. If he wasn't
Yep,
a
now he's
ghost
a ghost.
already,
He
Now
was
he's a ghost.
definitely is. What's happening at the front of the train?
So
The girl who
the
got
girl-
taken up to the
Shit.
front's driving the train
Engineers.
for some
Because
reason.
the light is broken.
So
Yep.
They needed
two-
to fix
yeah.
the light. Why
Yeah,
is
so
she? Why
like
did he
the-
take her there?
Why did he
Because she
take
didn't
her?
have her
I don't
ticket.
know.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
You don't have a
ticket.
ticket. Well, now you gotta
You're the
drive the train. So
conductor.
sorry. Yeah. Now you run the show.
Can't afford your dinner? Well, I guess you're the chef.
I guess you
Good luck.
created it. This is Rock and Jock now.
Oh my god. Yeah, and the two engineers
You're
are
the
changing
chef.
the light on the front of the train.
Oh, I hate these guys.
and I hate them
Yeah.
so much.
The beard
too.
guy?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
he climbing up his beard?
I don't like the beard guy, but I kind of like the fat, sweaty guy.
That guy's
What?
fine. That guy's fine. The beard guy's awful.
I can't understand them either. They're talking
No.
in like the most insane British accent. Are they British? I don't know.
I don't
what
know.
Yeah,
Ask-
yeah. You're right. They almost kind of seem like they have that Britishy or like almost like piratey, like kind of
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like trying to talk to each other while the train's going and do a light, and then every time the fat guy almost
The
falls,
fat guy.
well, that's like what
I
their
know.
characters are.
That's
Big
totally
guy
what
and
he is.
Fat guy.
He keeps getting
Yeah.
sweatier and sweatier.
He's getting sweaty.
He
and
does.
He's
The
like
sweat
hanging
looks
onto
good.
the other guy's
They
beard.
like
The
zoom
sweat
in
does
on
look
it,
good.
and it looks really good. He's
Ben,
like
you were so bad at
when he almost hits the moose at the end, and he.
Okay, wait, real quick.
Hold
How
on.
on earth? Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and
to
do
the
this
next
first.
one.
I'm sorry, I've been forgetting to
No.
do the
Yeah,
pictures
what are you,
that Emily had
why are you
prepared.
making him so tiny?
Because I had to go to the.
There we go. That was one of the scenes where they were like, "Look at what we can create,"
Sweat.
and it
the
kept
skin
showing
and
up.
sweat looks great. Everything
Right?
But
else
I
hate.
don't want to see
Even
him
the eyes are
screaming.
okay.
Like,
It looks like a nightmare.
yeah.
It looks absolutely horrifying. I
think I have
don't
one of the other
understand
guy.
how clear
Yeah,
headlights
there's the other guy.
of a car or something in front of the train turned into a herd of caribou.
Right? Why were there headlights?
They were clearly headlights of like there were like two headlights. Like it was
Yep.
clearly a car they were heading towards.
Magic.
Right.
No, it's just a bunch of animals in the way. Like what?
Yeah, and then they
Absolute
move the
nonsense.
animals by pulling on the
beard.
one
Ugh.
creepy guy's beard, and he screams. Which is like,
Yeah,
why is that
was
in there? I don't. Is
so
this supposed to be funny?
dumb. I hated that. I
It
hated
reminds
that so
me
much.
in Wisconsin, by where I grew up. I think it's in Wisconsin.
You had to do that
There-
as
no,
well?
there's a place called the
You had to have
Paulding
a
Light.
beard.
There's a place called the Paulding Light, and you drive way down this like dead
I
end
went
road
there,
and stop,
yeah.
and you can see. You've been there, Ken?
I think so once, yeah.
And you can see a light, like
Yeah.
off in the distance.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
remember that because we have also driven there, and they're like, they say when you get there, you can't see the like.
And it's
the
really
piece of
just
the
a
light,
reindeer?
but
There's a light. I don't know. There's definitely a light when
you
you're
can
there.
see it.
I don't know.
but
Nobody knows what
nobody
it's from.
knows
It's
what
like
it's
a
from.
ghost.
That's weird.
True.
That's
So that's
how the
just been a.
character is.
So they
It's
just
like a
appropriated
long
your
hill
culture
and
into this
goes
movie.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long hill, and so you can see it at the end. But if you go there, it's like there
If you
isn't
go there,
anything
it's
there.
caribou.
Is it like that mirage in the summertime when you're driving and you swear there's
Yeah.
water on the road in front of you?
Yeah.
It
It's
probably
like that
is.
thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's so
Weird.
funny. I've totally
It's
been
definitely
there.
caribou.
I wrote down.
It's totally caribou.
This was
A herd of caribou.
What'd you say, Natalie? Did you say something?
You did. You totally did.
She froze.
Oh no,
she's
now
frozen.
she's
No,
like
she
locked
froze,
up.
she froze.
No, not frozen, Natalie.
She's
I heard
Frozen.
her say something. Wait,
Yeah,
I
what'd
was-
you say?
It freezes like every 5 minutes. So
I'm sorry.
That's
Oh,
weird.
no.
yeah, I wrote down. This was like about halfway through the movie, and so I remember I wrote down that all that's happened is they went on a train and it almost crashed into some caribou and the ticket flew around a bit. Also, I met a random creepy homeless man.
yes.
The movie's
That-
not
That
That
should be the
word.
IMDb.
Yes,
That should be the
that's
IMDb.
Yeah,
I'm like, where
that
is
would
this
be a better
going?
description.
Part of me
Yeah.
was like, are they even gonna get to the North Pole at some point, or is this
Yeah, like
all
what's
on the
happening?
train?
No, at that point we were like, I was like, okay, so it's probably almost over, and I like stopped it. I'm like, oh,
Right?
there's like an hour and
Halfway.
40
It-
minutes.
Yeah.
It feels like they should be there already.
Yeah,
And
like
then-
oh my god, we still got more than an hour left.
Yeah.
Oy.
all those scenes of like pulling up to the caribou and all that was all the 3D. Like they
Right.
put
Yep.
it in because it would look like they're like coming closer to you in the 3D glasses and all that garbage. So,
In the book, does like this is like that the halfway point in the book? Or
there
is
is
it
no
not, like,
there is no caribou. There are no other children. There's no hobo.
yeah.
Whoa.
It is he gets on the train
They
and it shows a
invented Hobo
couple of-
Hanks.
It shows a couple of
Right.
landscape scenes, like them going up the mountain and like the wolves on the side of the tracks, but just them going by. and it just talks about like their ride to the North Pole.
Ride to the north.
Like it's nothing. There's no.
Are you
crazy
telling me
stuff.
the pin for the throttle for the train doesn't come loose, and then they run crazy speeds
that
off the track into a
stupid
Yeah,
ass
frozen?
like
double check.
gravity thing where they're like
Yes.
they're doing the track.
Whoa,
Yeah.
0 G's.
And fat guys like
I'm
doesn't
so
he catch
torn.
it in his mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I need to look now.
And then the beard guy just happens to hold his
Right,
hair together
like-
with a pin that's the exact
Which is
same
like,
size.
what? No,
I
yeah, it
I
shows-
always
it goes
thought,
from,
well, I'll
like-
tell you what, that's a professional because he's got it right there.
Yeah.
But
So in the book, it goes from like the hot chocolate to the wolves to the mountain to they're pulling into the North Pole.
jeez,
Like they
Okay.
don't have any of the like kooky crazy.
That's why this
stuff.
whole middle part is like insane.
Yeah. In the
Yeah.
book, it's like a calm, magical. Like I'm so excited to get to the North Pole. In this, it's like. Here
A
we go, guys.
terrifying-
I'm gonna tie you to
Yeah.
the front because the train doesn't have brakes, bitches. Like it is
Yep.
just like crazy.
We're gonna
Right.
smash into some caribou.
this kid doesn't have a ticket, so they're in charge, and this
Yep.
kid's
Yeah.
so we're gonna throw him under the
Which-
train.
Yep.
I don't even
You're
think
right.
there's tickets
He's
in the
isolated.
book at all. Yeah, the kid is still in the back, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why
Still
is he?
in that car by
Let the
himself.
fucking kid in with everybody
Yeah.
else. What the?
No, he's
I had a lot
still
of-
sitting back there.
I had a lot of Ryan quotes that I wrote down because he kept yelling at the movie.
Let's
And one of
hear
them was, "Why is this kid alone the whole time?"
Yeah, it makes no sense.
So
That's
true.
it. That's
Because he's
the only
poor.
explanation. He's poor.
He's poor. That's why.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what you
man.
get. for
What is a
being
better
poor.
book, a movie adaptation, The Polar Express or The Wheel of Time? We'll see. We got to finish
But the
this
thing
season
is, so
of The
far
Wheel
for
of
Wheel
Time
of
first.
Time, I enjoy their different version in a good way still. This one I find stupid switched around.
Really, really
This-
quick. Do you think that somebody who has not read The Wheel of Time would enjoy the show?
I think
Yes.
they would.
I don't
Yeah.
think
They
I
would.
can answer that.
Yeah, you're too deep. You
I'm too
can't
deep.
No,
answer
I
that
think so.
without.
It's just
I
like
think you would.
watching Game of Thrones, you know, and you're like, ooh, what is this? A whole new world. Like, it's still a fun, yeah.
If you like
I totally
fantasy,
think so.
it's
Yeah, because I want to watch it, but I haven't read The Wheel of
Perfect.
Time, so.
I would imagine it's
No,
better
you
in a
don't-
TV show than like a movie. A lot of times, like books that turn
Yeah.
into movies, they skip a lot of important pieces of information that if you didn't read the book, you're kind of like, what's going on? But
Yeah,
a TV
definitely.
show, they probably have a lot more time to like dig into that stuff.
You do
a whole
not
wheel of
have
it.
to read the books
Yeah.
because they are changing it. Like, it's the same, like, from the beginning to ending, but they're changing a lot in between, so you don't need to read the books at all. And they're slowly, like, trying to give you little hints of the world and this and that. You do not have to read the books. But if you
Okay.
like fantasy or Lord of the Rings or anything, like,
Oh, he
in
likes
that
Lord of the
area,
Rings.
Game of Thrones.
What's Lord of the Rings? I never heard of that.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah, it's boring. Don't
Then you
bother.
would like
okay.
it, though.
That sounds bad.
Let me answer your question this way. You would enjoy it more if you had not read
Yeah,
the books.
I think
than
you
if
would
you-
like
oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh no! Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
that's-
course.
That's
Okay.
no
I mean, it's just
surprise,
like-
though.
It's
Sure, that's like
any-
everything,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Other than maybe the Lord of the Rings movies, to be honest with you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we at?
We're gonna try to get to the North Pole here,
the
but I do
caribou
want to
happened.
catch on one thing. It's why are some of the tracks frozen over by a lake? I don't understand why sometimes the lake is over the tracks and why
it
sometimes
just
it wouldn't.
supposed to be,
How
like,
did they build tracks
magical?
under the lake? I don't.
Yeah, because sometimes they
understand.
don't even need tracks, right? I feel like the train doesn't even need tracks.
But
The
sometimes.
the
train
giant-
kind of, like, just, makes
Right.
Makes its own
So,
tracks,
It slides onto this field of ice. The
Right.
train.
Yep.
And doesn't break
Mm-hmm.
the ice. The thing that
Dog
breaks
legs.
the ice
It's the
is the
goddamn
pin from the throttle.
Yeah, which is like,
the ice. Not a giant, which we are reminded in the movie.
50-ton.
Poindexter tells us that it is. I think it's 44 tons. The train,
But the
engine.
weight
That-
is more evenly displaced, you know.
Sure.
So
on those.
Sure.
Have you ever seen
And
a
a
train
bobby
wheel?
pin.
yeah, bobby
Yeah.
pin is way worse.
That edge of the train wheel.
Oh, it's a
apparently
razor. Just
well, it
cutting
acts like an
ice.
ice skate now at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
It's like
maybe
laying
you're
on a
onto
bed of
something.
nails. Everything's okay. If there's one nail,
Then,
you
like, they're
impaled.
pulling levers. They're somehow turning the train.
Yeah, that's so
Left.
that
ridiculous.
too.
Right.
The train keeps turning,
Left.
and I'm like,
Right.
that doesn't
He's
make
They were
sense.
prepared for that. Yeah,
They're
they were
just
prepared in case it
jackknifing
turns.
it over
guess
and
it is
over
like
and
a
over. Like,
magical train.
Hits the tracks
Yeah.
on the other side. Breaks through the
boom.
ice.
Beautiful.
Now
Now they're on the other side of the tracks.
They
we
get
have
across the
got
lake.
we've
Yeah.
got through the hardest part of the train ride. We're gonna get to the North Pole, so we need to go to the back and sing a song.
Oh my god.
Oh, with
my
the poor
god.
kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
That
wait,
slow song.
before
Oh, yeah, I
Did they
forgot
invent
this
that
part.
Christmas
What are you
song?
talking about?
before they get to the
It's like
song,
a slow song.
the
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 poor boy
conductor
sings.
walks
Magical
the girl
train
and boy
physics
back
board to
to
play.
their train car, and they go through that recycled toy car,
God, this
which is
movie's
full
a
of like
mess
creepy
of
puppets
just
Yeah, it's
like
terrible.
random
and
shit.
It's
And
totally
every
worthy
thrown
of
away
D-list.
And
toy
it's
is
all
a
the
marionette
thrown
for
away-
some reason.
Yeah, which I'm like, stop making fucking puppets.
That's the
like,
only toys
why
they
are we
throw-
making,
they get
like,
thrown
creepy
away.
puppets, like clown puppets. Of course they're getting thrown away. I
Yeah?
would, like,
Yeah. Yeah, we
and
don't
one
need that.
grabs him and he's like yelling
It
at him how he's
sings.
like a doubter and doesn't believe. Which I'm like, Santa, if you don't want to
But it
believe in
turns
Santa,
out-
that should be okay. It shouldn't be Santa's like threatening you.
It's Hobo
Right?
Hanks is
Yeah,
playing
Hobo
the
Hanks is
marionette.
doing the whole thing. Yep, it's just Hobo
Yeah,
Hanks.
he's
But
back,
why
baby.
is it like if you don't believe in Santa, like toys are gonna come kill you?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, why?
Time to
it's
pay the
so,
price.
You know, honestly, I was kind of like waiting for that to happen anyway. I was like, I kind of hope somebody gets physically violent in this movie,
Right.
Because it feels like the whole time you're waiting for it to happen.
It was
Like you're just kind of like,
Yeah.
this is really creepy. Something like somebody's eyes need to like just completely
Somebody's
bulge
gonna get
out or
choked
something.
to death.
Well, we've
Yeah.
got
But I
someone
would
needs
not
to
be
car.
surprised. I
We-
would not be surprised if at any moment someone like head chopped him. Like
Yeah,
something-
decapitation
Yeah,
under
you'd
the
be like,
train.
okay.
But seriously, I don't get it. Like, we spent a little bit of time in an action adventure movie, and we finally got the train on the track. So now we got to get scared again.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the heck is
He
going
like
on
the
here?
one puppet
It's a mess.
who is like Scrooge essentially, like grabs him and yells in his
Yep.
face, and it's like, what the f?
You're
like,
doomed,
yeah.
Scrooge.
I wish it
For all
was that.
time.
I wish it was the Muppets and they were like dancing and
That would've been awesome.
The
Marley. and
Yeah.
I would totally
Marley.
watch a Muppets version.
Oh man.
The whole movie's just
Avarice
those two
and
old guys yelling at
I
everybody.
would highly suggest Muppets Christmas Carol if
Took
anyone hasn't
advantage
seen
of
it.
Oh,
the
yeah, that's a
poor,
good one.
just
That's a good one.
ignored the needy.
Okay, we can. I'm sorry. Anyway, that part is creepy though. But and the conductor's like, I don't know, they're like recycled toys, and he walks through, and you're
I
like,
don't
what do you
know.
mean you don't know? It's like a whole train car.
I don't
full
know.
of
Just
shit.
try not to
Like-
get strangled by these.
Yeah,
living
and then they like
puppets.
leave him behind, and the
It's a new.
kid's like,
No, he says it's a new program from the big guy. He wants us to recycle him or something. I don't know.
yeah, which I don't.
Try not to
was
get
that,
killed.
Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway,
How?
like
But again,
you were saying, Ben, the
sorry.
poor kid's singing in the back.
So we're still in
No,
the
yeah.
nightmare car. So
Mhm.
if the hero boy is Tom Hanks, and the conductor is Tom Hanks,
yep,
and the ghost is Tom Hanks,
Yep.
right.
like who's trying to teach who what here? What is the lesson? I don't understand.
I don't know.
like
And is a lesson
is-
just believe in Santa? I don't
Yes.
understand that
Yeah.
lesson.
I think
Well, I mean, his
That's not
ticket,
a
you know,
lesson.
BE, right?
I
We'll
think
find out what his ticket
the
says. At the end.
conductor is trying to get young Tom Hanks killed to end the time loop because they're all
So he
stuck
doesn't
on this
have-
goddamn train.
Yeah,
And if I
this is
kill myself
purgatory.
as a
That's
kid,
true.
Yes.
it all
I
just
It all
see this.
stops. Everything stops.
How do I find
Okay,
that?
I
qu-
bet-
I want to quote what Ken.
This is
said
really
to
season
us.
2 Loki.
I bet
Do you remember what you said, Ken, about when
Oh.
you were? He was live streaming.
gonna say
he
he
was
was
live
wasted,
tweeting this
like the
movie
way-
to us while he was watching it.
He was wasted.
What was it? No,
Here
were
we go.
watching it with
The two
kids.
train engineers are Adam and Eve committing original sin.
The
The
rest,
hobo-
I like the rest is pretty obvious.
the,
Like,
the hobo is the devil. The hot chocolate is sin itself. Santa
Oh,
is an anagram for Satan.
Right.
Yep.
This is the train to hell.
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
you're
This.
crossing.
That,
the
I would
river.
totally watch that movie. I would watch that movie in a
I
second.
guarantee on
Have a better
YouTube
plot.
there
Yeah.
must be a like if Polar Express was a horror movie. You know when people
Yeah.
like cut things together for like the
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
trailer?
Oh, you could
I-
definitely just change the music, and
you
it
just
would
change
be a
the
horror
music,
movie.
and it would be like Tom Hanks yelling at him,
Right.
"Who pulled the emergency brake?"
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Yep.
gotta be out there. If we'll make
Oh.
it, if it's
Yeah,
not.
if not. Oh wait, Ben, the
So,
poor kid's singing.
The song. First of
What
all,
song?
is this
I don't
kid the
remember
little
this.
brother from Malcolm in the Middle, or is he
Yes!
the kid from?
Yes!
Or is he
Yeah.
the kid from?
no, he is.
The Sixth Sense.
It was like they were like, what should,
Yeah,
what should
either
we
way.
make?
Yeah,
They're like,
Haley
what should
Joel
we
Osment.
make a kid look like? And they just took that one kid and scanned his
Yeah.
face.
It's
That
like
is
him.
100% that kid.
Somebody came in and said, I don't know, give me Haley Joel Osment and that kid from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
Like, that's
Yep.
it. That was the
And
meeting.
have him
That
run
was
like
it.
this.
I don't
Somebody-
know.
yeah. Make
Yeah.
him run like an insane paper bag.
Okay, this song, it reminds me of that, like, Christmas in Africa, like,
Oh, I
UNICEF
hate
song
that
or whatever.
Do
song.
you know?
Oh,
what
that song.
Christmas
Oh,
like?
I like that song.
Don't they even know
Jesus.
it's Christmas? What are they so upset about at all?
Just trying to have fucking
It's
fun,
Christmas.
Why are you so poor?
Right,
Why
and
don't
so
you just get presents and be
Don't
rich?
get it.
it's weird because, like, they get to the back and he's, like, singing to himself, right? He's just like,
He's taking a
never,
moment.
like,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
don't remember
Singing
the
about
words.
how, like,
He
Santa
wants to sing
never
by himself,
visits
too.
him.
Santa
Yeah.
has never come and Christmas sucks. I don't get it.
Yep,
And the
life's the
girl
worst.
shows up and she's like, "Isn't Christmas the best?" And she like sings about awesome Christmases.
Yep.
And he's like singing
Yep.
about.
She is not
And she's
getting
like, "Don't
the,
you get
the
it?
feeling
Like, don't you
Read
even
the-
know that what Christmas is?
Read
Duh."
the room.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Like,
You're
for
right.
goodness sake.
Every
Right. He
time
like
he's
turns
like-
around. He looks like so like get the fuck away. I'm having a moment
Yeah.
here. You stupid
Yeah.
idiot.
Every time he's like, but Santa doesn't come for me, and she's like, but it's the best
But
when
it's
Santa
Christmas.
comes. Like she
Right.
just says
Don't
Gross.
they know
For
it's
me.
Christmas?
and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's trying to tell you how Santa like never leaves presents, and she's like, but there's presents and toys.
Right.
and-
I've never
and you're
gotten
like,
that, but wait till you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said,
It's
guys, like
If you
read
did.
the effing room. Stop singing with him right now.
So weird.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Super
He
weird.
goes
I
on
hate
and
it
on
so
how
much.
he hates being poor and Santa never comes and he's sad and she's like,
Gross.
there's lights and there's toys and she just
You're like,
keeps. It's
Life's
so
great with
weird.
money.
Yes.
It's like, well, Santa always comes to my house. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
hero boy just
Like it with the frickin'
watches,
program,
like,
it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Sucks to
It
be
doesn't.
you.
I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Don't ruin this
Why-
for the rest of us.
Why are they on the train?
Yeah, why is everyone
Just
else
to
on the
see
train?
Santa? I don't-
Why is the girl on the
Because,
train?
like,
Like,
we
it,
thought it was for people who
That's a
didn't
good
believe in
point.
Santa, and it's gonna like prove it to them. But like, this
but it's
is
like
over.
only small Hanks doesn't really.
Yeah,
Right.
the girl totally
Seem to
believes,
believe.
so I don't know why she got
Yeah,
chosen.
Poindexter
I don't know.
seems to believe
Well,
too.
because they all have
Yeah.
something to learn, I guess, is what the end
What does
thing
she
is.
learn?
Yeah, don't
though?
forget.
Well, like, and, you know,
She learns.
Um,
She learns humility.
like maybe don't sing with someone when they're doing a
Yeah.
solo on the back of the train.
Like-
Yeah, maybe like get a therapist instead of
but
just
yeah,
like
Okay.
berating him that he's wrong.
I don't.
She doesn't get. She doesn't,
doesn't get it at
She
all.
clearly doesn't get it. We get it, but she doesn't
It
get
was
it.
really awkward. It's like I don't know.
It
It was
was.
really awkward.
What
It
is
was really
the?
awkward.
This is the. What is the purpose? Of
Which
this
I didn't
song?
get that
don't-
either. It was
What
like
are-
I get it. You're poor.
And
it
by
sucks.
extension, this movie.
This is
Um,
why. This is it. You're absolutely
I
right,
didn't-
Ryan. This movie is confusing. It's almost as if it was made purposefully confusing. It
Yeah.
seems so purposeful. Like this song epitomizes the whole rest of the movie, constantly switching from a horror movie to some sort of 3D trip. This is like
Yeah.
Christmas is awesome. It's like in
And
this
it's a
one
living
song.
nightmare on the other
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
It's
Right.
very weird.
It is
Maybe
not
that's the point.
fun.
Maybe
It's not
there's-
fun in any way. The whole time you're
Right.
just kind of like, what's
There's
gonna
nothing
happen
like
here?
cute. It's not funny. There's nothing. Yeah, you're just waiting for like some big
Also-
thing to happen, and
I don't know if you wrote this down, Natalie, but this happened multiple times throughout the movie. The movie tried to like shoehorn in this like great moment. You know how like movies use music and they're like ba 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 ba.
was
And
more
it's like
like at the
that's like
end.
the
It's
the,
like
the
a
the
full.
best part of the movie. This movie did that like 5 different times. It would have this scene happen. Like we'll say this song. He turns back, looks at her like, "What the fuck are you singing with me for?" And all of a sudden the music's like, da, 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 you know, like wow, we're supposed to feel something, and it's just nothing. Nothing's happening.
and it's just like a regular thing that would happen.
Yeah, that happens so many times. I was like, the movie and the score want me to feel something really hard right now, and I just,
really
I
hard
don't.
right now. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm really hard right now. Yeah,
You want me to feel
that's
something
why
really
that's why I haven't gotten up once.
Train
can't
is
move.
an analogy for
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
If you
yeah.
look at the train and the length and the
If you see
straightness,
And the
phallic
girth of it, yeah.
symbols of- yeah. mhm.
Yeah.
oh,
Yep,
we're gonna
totally.
talk about the lighthouse
Going
again.
I'll do
into
this
the
then.
tunnel quick. No, okay.
My Santa hat is a symbol for
Wait,
how
who
I
am
feel
I?
right now.
I don't even.
When it's
Wait, I
done,
need to be
What's his
naked.
name? Yeah, you need to be naked,
I need to
and
be-
then.
I need to be naked Willem Dafoe.
And then we've got something.
Watch The Lighthouse if you haven't seen it.
You guys need to watch it.
Is that a movie?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
A
Oh
light?
yeah.
I thought it was a sex
Pattinson-
position.
Robert
I think-
Pattinson and Willem
Pretty much
Dafoe.
is.
Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Robert
You
Pattinson.
could,
Really?
You could call the
Let's do the
lighthouse
lighthouse.
a sex position.
I think
Sure.
it's that whole movie is a sex position.
Is it?
I think.
The Lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing
Yeah.
is
I think that movie's
interesting.
great. I love that movie.
Yeah, you guys are gonna go watch it and you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why did you
What
tell
is
us to watch
happening?
that?"
I do like Willem Dafoe.
I do too.
It's a
There
good
you go.
movie. It's
Sure.
a well-made movie. I'm not
He's
gonna say
great in it.
anything.
He's really
Yeah.
great in it.
They act their little hearts out.
Half my time.
So where are we at? We're
All right, we're rolling into the North Pole.
Yep.
There's a twisty bridge that goes into
mountain
the
and
North
they go
Pole.
across a bridge.
They
Nobody
go up
gives
a
shit.
mountain and across a bridge where they sing the song, and then there's a twisty bridge because there's a twisty bridge in the book.
Of course.
And you start
Gotta have
rolling
it.
into the city in the north, and it's like a factory town, right? It's like a industrial revolution.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a very 1920s like. We make
Yep.
gears. We make thousands of
Right.
gears.
It's very steampunky.
Children
Right.
work here.
Yeah.
Like
There's assembly lines.
right.
It's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice place to work or live.
No,
but
it's
a good
not
one.
like the
16-hour shifts.
Christmassy, like in the Santa Claus or something. It's
Right.
very like we have factories to get to work. Like
We are
But-
You got
oppressed.
shit
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
This, we are
Yeah.
all in a sweatshop making these toys against our will.
80-hour
Exactly.
work weeks. You're lucky
Yep.
to have
Yeah.
a job.
Yeah.
Yep.
However,
Get
this
back
is
to
their
work.
Here's your
only
bread.
day off from working.
Here's your bread.
It's their only day off from working, Christmas Eve. However, it is mandatory that you go to the town square
Gotta go
to
to the
celebrate the
Talk about
leader.
corporate
as is tradition.
North Pole,
Yep.
right? Oh, it's your day off.
Yeah.
You have a
Great.
mandatory work meeting.
Yep, with the boss, with the
But-
big man,
Right.
where we all
But-
praise him.
It seems like they don't get to see their boss except for today, so they're very
This
excited.
is the
Right.
only time.
It's the
They're
only
excited.
time that someone gives you a compliment. So you're like, over here. Like you're very,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
It's very
you
Stockholm
want
syndrome.
yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
I hope he looks at me because he's trapped me in the
Right.
factory
Yep.
for the
Oh
last
my God.
Is it a
I
word?
must
Yeah.
love him.
Yes. Do you
I
guys hear
love
the
bells.
bells? Do you hear the bells?
Yep. I don't hear those bells.
It is very cultish. As soon as you enter, you're like, we got a problem. Like,
I don't
Right.
know. I don't even want to talk about what happens at the North Pole.
I agree,
Well,
dude.
you got
You were
it.
about to, and I'm like,
So
damn it, we gotta keep going. No.
It's like a half hour
No,
of
we can do it.
bullshit
Okay.
before
It is.
Santa
It
We'll
comes.
run
sucks.
through this. We'll
Why don't
run
you-
through this.
Quickly, here,
It
take us through
sucks.
this
Okay.
quickly, I
I'll
don't
be
want
right
to talk
back.
about it.
Okay.
See, this
Go
movie
for it.
definitely is
Everybody
D-list.
take a bathroom break. We'll keep talking.
All right.
Do
I
does
can't
anybody need a break? Do we need a bathroom break?
We'll do it in
Are we
shifts
good?
'cause
okay,
we're
we'll
live.
do shifts.
Yeah.
So
Man, lucky
they're-
Ken. Damn it.
They're gonna go see. They're
You
gonna
could've
go
put
see
pants on.
Santa.
You shouldn't have drank a whole
Yeah,
carton of eggnog,
Jesus.
Ryan.
Don't have a whole carton next to you. Like, what are you thinking? They're gonna see
Got an empty
Santa.
gallon next to him. Of
Billy won't get out of that back car that he's been trapped in.
course not. He's locked in
That's
there.
funny.
He
Locked
can't
in that
even
car.
get out.
Right.
The girl
he's fucked. He's
and
fucked,
the
man.
main kid are like, we should go help him. Of course, the main kid unhooks the train. It goes on a 3D mine train ride. We're through
Yep.
the city, going up and down and all around.
Ending up on that circle thing.
Yeah.
They end up on like where you would like switch tracks.
It's like a Thomas the
which-
Tank Engine.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
circle
also
thing.
like it's at the height of the Death Star.
Yeah,
You
right.
fall.
Why is it like that? Dead.
You
You're
fall,
fucking
you are
dead.
dead.
Why-
You
dead.
are lost to the abyss.
Like you
Why
don't even-
no?
You don't die for 10 minutes. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
you're
just
still falling. You're
forever.
still falling now.
Right. You would
And-
go out that Cloud City
But,
shoot
yes.
and then
Yeah,
get stuck on
yeah.
an
But the
antenna.
Yep,
girl
on the
is
antenna.
like, she is so obsessed with Santa that she's like, we should just like,
Yeah, let's just walk
they look
the
like they're like
the track.
3 inches wide.
Well,
we
she
should
can
walk
hear
the
the
track.
jingle.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
I hear
I would
something.
like to not die.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Death first.
The
Santa
only way
Uber alles.
across- Why is it built this way? That across
If
a
somebody
endless
trips,
pit,
yeah.
it is very Star
That's where the
Wars Death
train
Star.
goes.
Oh, it's
yeah, totally.
100% like
Goes
there's
down to
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Apparently only the train cars are allowed to cross it because that's the only thing that goes across is a piece of railroad.
It's like
rail.
one
Yeah.
on each
Maybe
side.
that's what's in. Maybe that's what's actually inside Like maybe that's what's actually inside of every Death Star. It's just this little pseudo North
It's
Pole
just this.
that
But here's-
Luke just obliterates.
Right. Again, though, then we immediately cut to one of these like little tiny touches because that they're trying to make it like too real. Where once they do make it across, we go hard cut to them not above an endless pit.
Yeah.
And they're running on the railroad ties between the tracks. Like it's very emphasized that they have to run on the ties.
On
Really
those,
run
yeah.
weird.
Pop.
Yeah.
That they you know,
That might
it's
be the
like-
weirdest run sequence in the movie because they show at their knee level as all three of them are running in tandem, and it's just like
Yeah, it's weird.
like
And during this, there's like 1950 record player music, Christmas
Oh,
music.
Oh
going.
yeah.
And
echoey.
every now and
That
then
joke,
the
that's
record
good.
skips. So it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, right.
that, which I'm like, why would it be skipping? It's I don't
Well,
know.
and that's-
Old
It is
record
so
player.
Jingle
Now we're back to horror
bells,
movie.
and then it's
They
like
have-
jingle,
Yeah.
jingle,
Yep.
jingle, and you're like,
So,
why?
like, we gotta
Why
make
are
this
we
movie
doing
for
this?
everybody.
You can't get comfortable.
Outta here.
No,
We have an action sequence where we did another roller coaster ride down the
Yep.
frickin' the thing, and it slammed into the wall. And then we got to walk across the thing. We do a quick 3D shot where we're walking on railroad ties, and now we need the scary, haunting Christmas music.
it's and
Yeah.
there's no
no
one's
reason.
around, so it's empty streets.
They walk
A
through the
record
streets.
Yeah.
They see the records playing on record
Yep.
players
Yes.
in a room with millions of record players and
Yeah,
no one
but-
operating them.
And
this
then
sounds
there's
like a dream I had.
labels of, like,
It's just a
different rooms.
fucking
Yes.
nightmare.
This is terrifying. This is terrifying. I'm not going to go to sleep tonight.
And it's like it's skipping, right? It's doing the bells,
Yep.
bells, bells, and there's
But- yeah.
nobody in
You're
the
absolutely
street.
right,
That
Ken.
was-
Skipping.
It
They
is
look
so
they
creepy.
look in a tiny window because everything is elf size and the elves
Yeah,
are
that's
small.
when I'd be like, we
I
need
do
to
like
get
that.
the
There
FO.
is-
though. That's
what
a nice-
appears to
The
be
tininess of it.
Yeah.
assembly line for record player toys for kids. One of them is playing and skipping, and yet somehow it is the only one connected to the audio system of the city
Yeah, it's like on the streets.
in
like,
some weird because earlier when they were showing the haunting Christmas music playing, they zoomed out and of course showed those like bell-shaped speakers.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
like you
know,
would put in
you're
a
at
jail.
stadium.
Like you're in a jail.
You're
yeah,
in Schindler,
yeah.
You're in
They
Shawshank
are
And
in
Yes.
Shawshank. Yeah, and he's playing it all over the.
And they're like
That's
announcing
totally
shit.
right.
Yes,
That's
what
totally
it's
right.
100%.
Why is one
like,
of the
Oh,
record
that's
toys
great.
hooked in?
Santa installed it and he was like, "You do you. You can."
He's like,
play
this is pretty
whatever you
sweet,
want."
guys. Look at this surround sound.
It's like Shawshank. Oh man,
But then they
treble only, echoing music.
that's what he
I
said.
feel like I'm in Bioshock.
Treble only. Yeah, I see. Right. This is totally Bioshock.
This is
by
what
now.
I wrote.
But then
You
they
actually
go
did write
to-
Bioshock? Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wrote down.
Because it's
That's-
creepy as F. They go to where there's like 3 elves doing last minute wrapping
And
presents.
this is weird. God, every scene
so
is so
they're
weird.
dressed as
I'm sorry.
pirates, which
Yeah, this
I
whole
don't
game is,
understand
or this whole
that.
movie is Bioshock.
Yeah.
They're dressed as like weird pirates, and they have
Not
like a
here, not
Joe
this yet.
Pesci.
Oh, we're not here
no,
yet.
we're not
No,
here yet.
we're not
They have
here
like
yet.
a Joe
Yeah,
Pesci,
the Joe
New
Pesci-
Jersey accent
Yes.
going on.
Natalie
I don't-
actually thought it was Joe Pesci. She's like, I think that's
Yes.
Joe Pesci. I'm like, no, it's some
Rather than
idiot
yelling at the
trying to
other-
be Joe
Yes,
Pesci.
It
Yeah.
sounds exactly like him, which I don't understand that. Where they're like, we should have this accent. It's weird.
I feel like, yeah, the
Do a
elves.
Joe Pesci voice.
I can't.
Shawshank, a
Somebody-
reference I didn't see coming when talking about Polar Express. Yeah, exactly. exactly.
What is that emoji?
Then
Wow.
Billy.
Yeah, where
Yep.
did you get this
That's the
emoji?
that's like the laugh emote. That's like the stock laugh emote.
Is
I think.
it?
What?
Wow.
There's
Um,
one of Ryan's face. I think if you subscribe, maybe you get
Oh
it.
my gosh, we need
It's like
to
Ryan.
do
Oh,
every
we
week.
need
I
some-
need to only
I'll
use
s-
Ryan. Yeah,
Joe wants us
Yeah.
to sing Christmas
Yeah, I have my own.
songs.
that's how we're gonna end
That-
that. It's
We'll
gonna
save
be
that for the
You gotta
end.
wait.
Yeah.
You gotta
Okay.
make it to the end.
so that we have to do that.
Oh, Joe just posted the me
There it
laughing
is.
emotes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god, I need to get these so I can use
Really
them.
good.
I
Yeah.
need to make note. Ryan, like,
yeah.
emote.
Oh, yeah, Bored to
'cause
Play got
I
him,
need
too.
to remember this.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy the poor kid gets a present, which is, I'm gonna be like,
He ain't letting that thing go.
but
Yeah, like
I
how
don't
the hell did you see that? There's like a
understand.
billion presents in there. He just happens to find it.
I don't
It was
understand.
the last one. It was for him.
Is the lesson like even poor kids get I don't understand.
Yeah, like he finally got the
what they're
present.
trying to teach you.
Yeah, like what's the
Because
point?
if Santa's supposed to be
Yeah.
real, why is he being a douche to the poor
Hold
kid
up.
and he's being nice? I don't get it.
We missed Joe Pesci, where they're slacking off at work and some kid's naughty, and they just look
Oh,
the
that's
other way.
true.
He's like,
Right.
oh,
That's
let it
true.
slide.
Yeah, who
Wow.
cares?
He put
Then
like
they
gum
get
in his
into
sister's
two.
hair or something.
For another insane 3D moment.
Yep,
Mhm.
You
romp,
wish
yep.
was not in this movie.
Yep, you were right.
Uh-huh.
And then they're in the like
Then there,
like
yes, then
The
the
Santa
Mario
sack.
and stuff. Yes.
You're
Right.
absolutely
They're in the
right, Ken.
gift
Is like,
level.
what are they trying to say? There's a whole
I don't
scene.
get it.
There's a whole scene where like this kid was bad, right? He put gum in his
And
sister's
it's like,
hair, but then they show him over and over again lying, saying, "I didn't do it. I
Yeah.
didn't do it."
But then, like,
But then
are you supposed
Billy
to?
then they
doesn't
let
get a
him-
goddamn thing.
They let him off the hook. So why were they showing him lying over and over again? Why did we have to see that?
Right.
But also,
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Why does that kid get off the hook for doing that? But then Billy's like, Santa's never
Billy's
visited.
poor. Yeah.
He's poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
poor.
the
That's the
word.
whole.
Poor
Anything.
people
Yeah,
around me
he's
who
poor.
are
Worst thing you can do
know?
is
They don't.
be poor.
They don't get to sit in the car with their friends. Yep, they get in trouble for not doing
Don't
anything
you
wrong.
get it?
It
What-
brought
get
back
it through
memories.
your head.
No.
He has no
Being
money.
poor
Hello.
is not.
He has no money.
I don't understand what they're
Gum
trying to
kid.
teach kids. If
Gum
you're poor,
kid.
don't expect Santa.
Yeah,
like,
don't
are you trying to
expect
help the
presents.
parents
Get it.
out?
Right.
Uh-huh.
Don't
Yeah,
get
exactly.
it. Gum
Don't worry,
kid
parents,
isn't
got your
poor.
back.
Standing up.
Like Natalie said,
He's
the
mad.
poor parents are like, thank God they didn't promise
Right.
anything big.
Yeah.
Were you even paying attention?
He's not.
Not even in the
You-
scene.
Did you not watch the same movie as the rest of us? This movie is about being rich.
Yes, it is. It's like, you're not even in
I don't
the
even want to
video.
be in it anymore.
You're ruining the movie for me.
Oh, and then when they get in that little shoot thing, it's like the bank thing when you like go to
Yeah.
the drive up.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
the pneumatic tube. That pneumatic tube.
If you didn't throw up yet, here's your last chance.
Yeah,
Yep,
they're
here you go.
"Whoa,"
Try again.
going through it, Yeah.
Through that tube.
We'll take the pneumatic. That's what they
Oh
say.
my
Yep.
Yeah, and then he's very like, it's way too. It's one of those things where they're like way overreaching with the detail they give. Hey, we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna make it to the ceremony. Don't worry, we'll take the pneumatic. It's the fastest way to the
Yep.
Santa.
Yep.
And then they
Yep.
get it. Okay.
So shitty.
I get
sorry.
It sucks, dude. It sucks so bad.
And everywhere
It's
they
so
go,
bad.
Everywhere
When
they
they
go, there's
end it.
nobody around.
Yep.
No,
Yes.
ever. Yeah,
No,
they're
no,
alone 100% of the time.
It's so weird.
That's because it's mandatory attendance of the Santa parade.
Right.
will
This
get
is their
killed.
only day
on
off.
your day off.
You're gonna
Yep.
get murdered if you don't.
No one stays back to guard
Yeah.
the Death
Yeah.
the Death Star
Right.
pit.
The last
Yeah.
guy that did that is not around, so.
He's in the pit, falling eternally.
Yeah, they probably threw him
Yep.
in the pit.
He's still
Yeah.
falling.
Slipped
He
on that
fell
railing.
into the
I
pit.
will say
They
that.
eventually fall into like the big Santa present bag, which the proportions didn't make
I
sense.
hate
but-
that. Okay, there's a couple things I hate about that. For one, they always try to do this in movies. Like, you know, they talk about everything's magical, but then they happen to they have to have this literal gigantic mountain
Yeah.
of presents,
Yeah.
which actually, if you think about it, that would probably cover like three square miles of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
an
that's
actual
like
like that's not actually enough presents for the
You
entire
gotta go-
world.
You
Exactly.
have to go small bag.
Yeah, small
Big
bag.
You gotta
never
have
works.
Small
Mary-
bag.
Mary
There's a
Poppins bag.
wormhole in the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Santa pulls his hand through the
Yeah.
wormhole and grabs a present out.
Like
You don't,
the Santa
don't go.
Claus.
Can I help
Yeah,
you?
don't go gigantic
What's
mountains.
the movie? Is it with the one with Home Improvement guy where he pulls the
Yeah, the
he
Santa
puts
Claus.
the bag
The
down,
Santa
Yeah.
Claus.
he pulls the kayak out.
kayak,
right?
Yes.
And then
Like it's in
the
Mary
paddles.
Poppins' bag.
My
That's
Yeah.
how
favorite is
you
when he
do it.
tries to lean
Yeah,
it against
that's
the
the way
tree
to
and
do
it
it.
falls, and then he
Right.
takes the oars and he just chucks them at the tree because he's pissed at them.
It's annoying. They don't fully
love
commit
it.
to the magic. Where it's like some things are gonna be magic, but we have to have a
Yeah.
literal amount of presents that are in this pile.
Right.
Yeah.
You can
And a
drive a
logistic-
train down your street.
Yeah,
Right.
right. But you
But-
can't have a
Yeah.
wormhole inside of a Santa bag.
Like you said, Ryan, that would cover like part of a town.
Yeah,
That's
that wouldn't
it.
be.
It's
Yeah,
nothing.
because that one kid is like, "Where there's got to be all these presents for me." I'm like, okay, that's
Like-
one kid. There's probably like what, a couple thousand presents in that pile. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That does
then
not
happens-
cover very much.
Really happens to see the present that.
Yeah, the one present's
that
for him.
giant sack.
Stupid poor ass
No.
Billy. Why?
Yeah,
Like, God, have some money
Um,
already, man.
I do like though that it's like in Dune when they try to get the spice
It's
harvester
like
out of
in
there.
Dune. Yeah.
The-
Okay.
Yeah,
and the
what
thing
the
comes
fuck?
over and they shoot out the cables.
Oh, to like lift
And
it.
that's to lift the bag up over the presents. It's like
It's a giant red testicle that
There's, like,
now
rockets.
forms.
Oh wait, but this
there's
part,
rockets on the bag.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
lift the bag out. They're going to put it on his sleigh, and they
Oh,
act
man,
like this
they-
is the first time they've
Right.
done this.
What are we training the
It's
rookie
what,
crew
year-
this year?
Year 3000.
Hanging into
I
the
don't know.
Christmas
Like
tree? Yeah.
they bump into the star, like oof. Which put the sleigh on the other side, so you don't have to go over the tree.
I
First
know.
of all.
Why didn't you go on the side of it? One of my
Um,
Brian quotes was "giant red ball sack hanging from the sky."
That's what it was. What the heck was
Metaphor
that?
of-
Why did they do that? It just looked like a giant red
Yeah, that's a
testicle.
good one.
I appreciate Joe spelling Santa Claus right because
Yeah,
it
'cause
is
it's
the Santa
claws,
Claus.
not
Oh,
like
That's
The
Oh,
Santa
Santa
Claus. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but yeah, they knocked the star off. It almost kills an elf. Everyone acts like
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
right,
totally
like
Yeah,
the
did.
whole,
almost like
Yep, we
spiked
saved
the
the elf from
head.
being impaled through the face.
Yeah,
like
that's
the
my other quote. Because
secret
right when
agent.
that happened, that music that you talked about happened.
Yeah.
So
Oh!
Ryan's like, the music again. Wow, the elf didn't get impaled in the face.
And it's
Oh.
like
Yep. Right on it. It actually
Yeah.
touches his
He
nose.
Excited him.
It hits his nose.
like he would
Yeah.
have died.
It would have been
Right.
right through
death.
his face. Like
Yeah.
totally like
It
ruined
would have
Yeah.
made the
Christmas.
movie
Insta
more
kill.
exciting.
It would have. Oh shit! Everyone, all the
Right.
elves are like, "Holy shit!
It's like
You see what happened to Joe?"
Can you imagine if it just
Yeah.
like
Boom. Bam! Like, oh fucking shit! Did you guys see that?
If
Holy
Santa comes
shit!
out and there's just like a crime scene.
it's like in the Three Amigos when Martin Short
oh
falls
my
in
god, that's my
off
favorite.
the and he just boom.
That is
Ho
like
ho ho! Fucking hell!
all-time favorite scene. It's his
Damn.
lifeless body falling
It's like
onto a
clearly a dummy.
Yeah.
falling.
It's so obvious, like face first onto the table, and they're like, in the middle of
And then
there.
he's totally fine.
And he jumps up and he's totally fine. It is
That's
one
funny.
of the best scenes I think I've ever. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we need to watch that again. It's so good.
So,
I can't even think.
Now they got to dig him out of the. Now they got to dig him out of the present bag,
Yep.
and they're like,
the elves are creepy as F.
I don't understand. They're
Oh,
like,
wait,
oh,
you
they're
forgot
super
the
creepy
part-
the whole
you forgot
time.
the part with the boy with the annoying voice. Like,
Yeah, he's just living in that bag
Yeah.
somehow.
What the
Oh, I
fuck was
forgot
that?
he was in
Yeah,
He's, like,
he's
creeping
like
and
something's
crawling
got
in
my
there.
foot.
Yeah, which at first I was like,
So
here comes
horror
the
movie again.
Christmas
Because he was
spirit
dying
of-
in there under all those.
He was. Yeah. But then when he got out, all I did was bitch. He was just like, I
Yeah,
didn't even
he
get the
was
present
like-
I wanted. It was just shoes. It was just
Exactly.
socks.
underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I'm like,
It's just
what are you-
underwear. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
that
got a
kid
point.
comes out too. All the elves say you gotta get out of the bag. You gotta GTFO.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
then Billy doesn't want to let go of his present, and they're like, "I got it, I swear." Which I'm like, "This is really
But
strange."
that's not how they say it. They go, "No, we got
Trust
it. Don't worry.
me.
Trust
Yeah.
me.
It's like
yeah,
Trust
that's-
me.
The
Try-
way
And then they,
Matter of
throw,
fact,
and then they
yeah.
launch it
Yeah.
back into the bag. And then they just
way
like
they
launch
say
it back
it
into the top.
It's like what someone would tell your child before putting them
Don't
into
you
a
trust
white
me,
van.
kid?
Like it's real
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah, I got candy.
I didn't like it at all.
the
It's
face
right here in my
is too
pants.
big for the head.
Oh,
and
they're
he's like
really
way up in
messed
his
up
business and
faces.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They all look
it's not
like
good.
I hate this movie
50-year-old,
so
like,
much.
white guys, but different like shades of hair, different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
50
it.
Shades of Hair.
But it's like it's really like you said, Ken. Their faces are way too big for their bodies.
If
It's
they're
messed
like
up.
the waiters, it's the same face
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
different facial
Yeah.
hair. Like here we
Yeah.
go. Look,
they
look
couldn't
at
figure it out.
Every elf just is the same
Yeah.
face.
They're not
Nose. Yeah.
nice looking by
We
any
just
means.
changed the eyebrows and the mustache.
But like,
That is the creep. That thing on the
look at
left
how-
is the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
look at how
Yeah.
big their face is
It is. You're right.
on
Yeah.
the little head. It's like
It
I know it's
doesn't
an
make
elf,
sense.
but
No, you're right.
Jeez Louise.
It's the worst.
So then
I hate it so much.
Santa comes out.
Stop
everyone,
being so specious.
everyone loses their mind.
That's fair. That's fair.
They lose their mind like they're at a concert. Like
Oh,
Santa
yeah, they
is the shit. Yep.
Here he comes.
yeah,
No.
these
Look at
Okay.
that.
I don't like this.
First
I
of
don't
all,
like anything about
I
this.
love how they carry the bells for the reindeer. I just
You like that?
and I love how they're like fighting the reindeer, like the
Okay.
reindeer are like wild animals.
I will admit
like they just
that is
they've been
kinda cool.
caged up all year.
I will admit that.
Like it's time
I
to
do
fly,
like that.
baby.
That
Party
could
sound.
be like they're like
I
ready
cannot
to
stand
roll,
this picture.
right? Like if you ever see like huskies ready to pull the sled though, and they're
Oh,
like
yeah.
super excited
They're
and
ready to go,
jumping.
baby.
Yeah.
It is like that style, which I do like
The elves
that.
can
do like
barely
that.
contain them.
I don't like that all the elves are 45-year-old
Talking
white
about
guys.
this?
Yeah,
Why
what
is
is
it
wrong with these
all-
elves?
They're all white guys. They all have
No
weird
females.
facial hair. No girls. No one is of any
There is
other
one
color.
We
female.
lost the elf
I
women.
wrote that down.
Is it female?
I don't.
yeah.
When they pan out at the end, there's one dancing on a roof. That's it.
During the Steven Tyler Aerosmith concert.
Yeah. Oh my god! Oh!
Okay, before we get
Good
to that, really
movie.
quick. So
What
one
the
of the
Interesting choices
bells on the
this
reindeer
week.
comes loose, and Hero Boy, because that's his name apparently, finds it, and in the reflection he sees pissed off Santa.
You know what he sees in the reflection? This.
He's like,
Oh my freaking
shit."
lord!
What
Tom
is
Hanks
it?
with a beard.
Yeah,
What
this is Santa Hanks.
Yeah.
What is
So
it about this design that is so awful?
Off-putting.
He's
It's
not
horrible.
happy in any way.
He is
Also-
completely lifeless.
Yes.
He looks the
He looks
most.
like a ghost.
He looks the
Yeah.
most animated out of anyone we've seen so
Which
far.
I understand if Santa's
He
supposed to
does.
be magical,
Yeah.
but he's
But he-
not happy in and he looks like
No.
the kiss that he has to
Jolly.
start
He's
his
frightening.
night. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
horribly
Hair.
frightening.
The hair is like, is the beard liquid? It like
Right.
Well, they
it's
can't
laid
Not
animate-
like-
realistic. Remember the
Yeah.
bomb's hair versus this hair? Like,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
And
They
like,
couldn't animate
look at
hair, so
those-
they just mushed.
God, look at those plump cheeks, and then he's got old eyes.
Oh,
No,
His
he
lips
looks
are
tired.
weird.
Doesn't
like
work.
he's like, here's
It doesn't
another
work.
year of me hating life. Like,
But he
does
also,
not
if
look
you told
happy.
me that this was like a tiny little boy with a beard, I would see that too.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like the
Not-
skin looks
Yeah.
very taut,
It's not wrinkled.
and like it's like weird. It's just I hate
It's
it. I
weird.
hate everything.
H looks like a
He's
nice
got like white
I hate
eyelashes.
everything about it.
so Santa is like, hey, thanks for the bell.
Fucking Aerosmith
He-
concert.
He gives
God.
he
damn
gives
it.
the Hero Boy the first gift of Christmas, which the kid says, "I want that bell," which I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of weird, also though.
That's
Give
one
me
of the
that
most
bell,
annoying
bitch.
parts of the
But
whole movie.
shut up for a second, man.
Ugh.
One of the most annoying parts because he knows he ripped his pocket and he puts it in the pocket. Like this
Dumbass.
is a special secret bell.
Dude
Natalie
looks like a
is pissed
lady.
about
From Santa.
Oh, I wish
You
it
put it in
just
your whole
ripped into.
pocket.
Yeah, like some action.
Dude looks like a
lady.
And then just credits. Just-
Christmas in an
And-
elevator.
I think the weirdest part about the Santa part is it's clearly Tom Hanks going,
Oh yeah,
Well, you get to
that is
goodness,
true.
yeah.
He
didn't
You want a
care in
bell?
any way.
Yeah.
He just
Okay.
kinda
Like, it's-
That is so true. It is him with a lower voice, and
It's
he's like,
so
well, that's
bad.
very nice.
Hello, boy.
It is so weird.
Can
Better
you
put
hear
that bell somewhere safe.
Don't lose it through that pocket
Right.
that you keep
That you
going that weird
already know
two-finger
has a
thing
hole in it, you
through.
Right.
stupid
You keep-
freaky.
You keep
Yeah.
sticking your
Yeah, he
two
like
fingers
fingered the
in.
pocket.
Right. You did.
Right. Why did he do that? What a
How
stupid
many
idiot.
times do we have to show the audience this maneuver?
Yeah.
I like this. Like double checking the width.
That's what he does.
is it
Every
bell
single
size
time.
or not?
Let's see, is it?
It's
Yeah,
clearly
it's
bell
clearly
comes
that.
out, and then he does this.
Yep, he does. He does.
Again.
Yep, he does. And that's the safest spot in his whole
I-
fucking
And
robe
doesn't
that he
even
could think
check
of.
it, and he doesn't even check it. Like, listen
No,
to
just-
here
Yeah,
until he
right.
gets
Yeah.
down
Down she
the
goes.
You should be able to feel that bell in your pocket, and it's just gone. Yeah, whoop,
right on the seat.
The
gone.
thing is, like, when you find out later, Santa's like, found this in my sleigh, which means he immediately lost it while
Yeah,
talking
instantly.
to Santa.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Oh,
fell out of his hole.
He went right into the
It fell out of the
sleigh, and he was
pocket
like,
instantly.
see you, Santa, and he just walked out with the
Right.
fucking bell still
Yep.
in the sleigh.
This dumbass kid.
Why wouldn't he,
Yeah,
go
he's
right
probably
to
like,
his friend and be
ugh.
like, check this out. Oh, it's not
Yes.
here.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You should feel the fucking bell in your pocket while you're like
Yeah.
instantly.
You would okay, so then wait. Wait.
God, I
Can
hate
I
this
show
movie.
this?
I don't know.
Is
What
this,
are
if
you
this is the Aerosmith guy, I can't. I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, I was gonna show he in the book and the movie they have this exact same
like,
scene
fuck
of the sad
this.
kid and everybody
Oh,
being like,
sad
"Well,
boy.
that sucks, bro." Like this is.
But in the
Sorry
book,
about your
he
life.
hasn't been like an idiot. So
Sorry,
it's
I had
not
a
as
hole in
annoying.
your pocket.
Get a new robe. Maybe you shouldn't
So then-
be so
Yeah.
poor.
Let's go
shouldn't-
find the bell.
Santa, like, he whips
Conjures
the
a whip
reindeer.
real quick.
Rainbow whip.
Gets out of
Rainbow
there.
whip.
Yeah, Santa
then-
Bellerog.
When we pan out, Steven Tyler Elf is singing.
No.
I did not. Wait, did I find a picture of that?
No,
I thought I did.
I'll look it up.
Look it
I'm
up
gonna
quick.
search Google for Steven Tyler Elf
It's
and
gonna
see what
happen.
I
comes
think
up.
I think this was the part I hated the most about the entire movie.
And this is also when they pan out, you see a girl elf for 1 second dancing. But other than that, there has
Is
not
it
been
also
one
played by
girl.
Steven
yeah,
Tyler?
Here we go.
Well, it's Liv Tyler. It's just
Oh my.
it's just Arwen.
And with more
It's-
bandages and
Let's do that first
bandanas
one.
and wigs.
This one?
Right.
Oh, maybe not. I don't.
Hold on.
God,
We,
what
why
is
did
this
they-
we turned it
creepy
off
do
for
that?
this. I'm not gonna lie. It was bedtime.
Why was
I'm
it
like,
the
you guys get the
5
gist of it.
second Steven Tyler?
Look
Did
at
you-
all these.
Which one should I share? Which one do you guys want to see the most? Do you want to see the? He's got like the thing on the microphone.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Oh
That
yeah.
one's very good. That one's good.
Yeah, that
I
looks
can't
like
do
it.
this.
That one right there, Ben. Yes. So
This one?
Yes.
Oh, it's
Oh,
tiny
it's
though.
tiny.
Oh my
You
You
fucking
can tell
god!
it's him though.
Look at how
That's
big.
only
Look
just
at that
face
is
it is.
awful.
He already looks bad. And
He
that
looks
makes
like a
it-
fucking
Well, yeah.
orc.
And
I don't
Steven
understand
Tyler is
what
not
they
a
were-
particularly handsome dude.
No.
but
It looks
Oh,
like an
no.
urukai.
No.
What now?
I
my
don't.
gosh.
I don't know.
I
What's
hate
going
that
on
so.
here.
I hate that
Oh,
so
look,
much.
wait, no, go down. Look at the poor kid pointing at him like, dang, I got you, dog.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Shit,
What
you
is
get
this?
that belt?
You
Whoa,
can
this
see-
is the
okay,
breakdown.
Here we go.
Mocap,
We
yeah.
got
Mocap.
mocap.
Oh my gosh, what is that?
Ah, I got you.
Oh man.
Dang, you
Look
get
at
that
Billy's
belt?
like, you son of a
Oh,
bitch.
damn, dog. I didn't know you was going to be here. If I knew Aerosmith was going to be here, I would have sat in the front train car.
Okay, when they go back to the train, this is when the conductor's like punches the rest of their tickets in their mouths.
Punches each
Ah,
And
feed me, daddy.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
okay, so I don't remember what all of them are. For the girl, it's no. For the
Lead.
like no.
For
For
the-
the
yeah.
annoying
Yeah,
boy, it's
she gets
learn.
lead.
Yeah, for the
Learn.
girl's lead.
Poindexter.
Believe,
For believe for
Yeah,
the main
believe
boy.
for.
and then don't
And-
be
okay.
poor.
What is
Yeah, for the no,
Right.
it's earn.
His was
it's
like
like
Earn.
earn.
Is it really?
No,
I
no,
just
no,
made
no.
that
It's
Get that
the
bread.
poor boy.
get that
Right.
paper.
It's a different
Is
word.
it?
He-
It's
he
le-
said,
bread.
Was it-
Rise and grind into the poor kids.
The poor boy like paint. Remember he flipped it and it kept changing to different like.
Yes.
Oh God, I
Oh,
hated
So-
that too.
So that
Oh, I
was
hated
the
that
main
too.
thing.
Yeah.
The main thing for the poor boy was friends. Which I
Right.
didn't understand. They're like, some things are better than presents. And I want to be like, are you trying
Yeah,
to
but
tell me
also,
Santa didn't come because he wanted me to make
Gross.
friends? You son of a bitch. Like,
Yeah.
you
Remember,
gotta be kidding
he was
me.
like, I know what's in here. You know what was in there? A bunch of bullshit. Just said F you when he opened it up.
Well, also he gets off the train and he like points to his house like, like.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
then they
he's never
pan to his
seen it?
house and it's like, what the fuck is he pointing at? How does he know from this vantage point that the present's under the tree? He has to go in his house to
An
find the
point.
present. But he's
Well, they're-
he's like, oh, and you know Hanks is like, yeah, bro, yeah.
But the
like
whole
you think.
time they're
Well,
like,
I
some
hate that.
things
First year he
are
got a present.
better than Christmas presents. And you're like, are you just telling the poor kids
Don't
that
they
friends
know it's Christmas
Yeah.
after all?
and all the rich kids are like, you should try being cooler and being a leader.
anyway,
and
we got to go to our presents. Good luck with your
Yeah,
friends.
good.
Yeah, right.
Which, like, newsflash, they're not hanging out with him tomorrow.
No,
Sorry.
yeah, I always
That's
wonder.
not
I'm like,
happening.
why aren't they trying to get like communication details from
Right.
each other?
No,
Like, hey, what's
there's
your
no
Instagram
details.
handle?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like nothing. They're just like,
Oversight
goodbye.
tracks.
Speaking of that, isn't it funny that he's from Grand Rapids, Michigan?
Yeah, that was pretty
Yes,
cool.
I did think that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I was like, hold up.
This no-named boy, who's the lead character of the show, who has no name.
Billy is from the other side of the tracks in
Yeah,
Grand
they
Rapids.
ain't going to the
so-
other
Billy
side of
and
the
the
tracks.
Clonosaurus.
And he's not welcome where they live, so...
No,
But
yeah, they didn't try to get his information.
I just hated that.
It's like
they-
Lady and the Tramp when the Tramp's walking through Lady's part of town, and he's like, man, I really shouldn't be here.
Yeah, yeah.
I just hate that they're like, friendship is like the best gift. But then everyone else, it was like, what do you want? Do you want like,
Also,
a
gifts
toy?
are great gifts.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to have a
You know.
PS5.
I don't understand
Yeah.
the lesson there. Like, It didn't make sense that
I know.
rich kids got toys and friends, but then he just got friends.
Right.
Whatever this movie's trying to teach, I don't know. I can't. It's
Yeah.
Um,
And there was no there was no arc. You know, it was just kind of like
Yeah.
no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Natalie kept saying the whole time, she's like, "This is just not even entertaining. Like, I'm not even having. It's just not fun to watch."
Scene after
Like,
scene
yeah,
after
like you
scene
said, like,
after
the-
scene
Of
Yeah.
nonsense.
And then
There
it's
wasn't
over,
like
and you're
one
just like, what?
problem.
Like,
It
what
like,
was this?
It
Yeah.
was there was no like build climax resolution. It was it was like an EKG, like
couple
a
of
heartbeat.
weird-
It was just scenes.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, well,
scenes.
problem
Problem
fixed it.
solution,
Yeah.
problem solution, problem solution.
And it's
how
all
old is-
fantastical and pointless.
How old is
Yeah.
this book? Is it really old?
It's from 86, I
86?
think.
Oh, that's not that
Yeah.
old.
Poor kids shouldn't watch this. I hope you mean this movie and not this stream.
The stream.
Hey, I have another question.
No, we hate poor
Yes.
kids too.
Because we
Yes.
didn't watch it with our kids.
1985 is the copyright.
Did your
on this
kids
movie.
like the movie, Ken?
So,
and did your guys' kids see
Liv
the
thought
movie?
it was kind of weird and creepy.
Yeah.
Elsa didn't say anything. Calvin liked it, but also I think he's just at the age where all of a sudden he's like, hold on, I don't remember Christmas last year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited
Well,
because it was like the first Christmas
He'd be excited
movie.
about any Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
And
was
plus,
just
it
like,
is
it's-
sensory overload. You know, there's a lot of sensory
That's the thing.
stuff here.
When it's
Yeah.
just
That the kids
scene
care
to scene
about.
to scene to scene, that EKG, it's like, well, kids
That's
like
true.
that.
Yeah, they're
kids
gonna
are
like
just
that no
Yes.
matter what.
Story.
They
Kids
don't
care
care.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
was
They
much
mess
more
around.
like it was cool that they got to go. He
totally.
just like simplified it on a train to see Santa, and that was
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
he wasn't like this was weird. He was like that's cool that they got to go see Santa.
I just wondered
Yeah.
if they thought
Yeah.
it was creepy. You know, like
Liv, was like,
I
Liv
think
thought
so.
the characters' eyes were creepy, which they are.
Good for
Yeah.
Liv. Yeah, that's the most. They're all dead.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Elsa
I
just
don't-
wanted to see Santa. Now, Ken, did
Yeah.
you watch it with your kids?
Yeah. And they seem to watch it. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if
Yeah.
they like it. And they
there's
will
so many weird
not
kids
watch a
movies,
lot of
though.
stuff, though. I feel like they're
Okay.
pretty. They're
so
pretty.
it held their attention.
Yeah, but that's because it's like here's a fucking roller coaster ride
Yep.
in the middle of a
Yep.
movie, so
Yep.
it's not, like
Mhm.
it
Getting
is
nuts.
just here, and then it's scary, and then it's all these things.
Yeah,
I think the
Yep.
4-year-old quit. It was too scary for the 4-year-old.
Mm.
Exactly.
And it
I mean,
is.
and this is not
It is
supposed to
kinda
be
creepy.
Too
scary.
scary for the 40-year-old too.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. I was freaking
Yeah.
out.
So at the end, the kids get
40.
home. They all
Close enough.
go to their own homes.
They all
He
get
goes to
puppets for
bed.
Christmas.
When he gets up, they have normal Christmas. Yeah,
he
apparently
rips his
he
robe
got,
again.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's the
which I was
same
like-
rip. I'm guessing the whole thing before that was a dream sequence, and then he actually rips it this
Yeah,
time.
I think that's where they're trying to show you, like, was it a dream? Was it real? Blah, blah, blah.
Well, I guess
Right.
time doesn't pass
then we
during
get-
the whole dream.
Yeah.
He wakes
right,
up.
right, because he wakes
Yeah,
up.
so-
Yep.
He has
Fingers
his normal...
Fingers his pocket. My bell.
Well, the whole
Just like
the
I do
whole-
every morning. I
Yep.
Get in
Check
there.
the pocket. Finger it a little bit.
yeah.
But, like, all he
Nice.
got for Christmas was
And then
those
heat up some
creepy
chocolate milk.
puppets, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
And a bell.
And a
Yeah, the
bell.
puppets
But
were there.
then
right.
his sister finds, she's like, oh, there's one last present. It's the bell. Santa's like, you forgot this in my sleigh, idiot.
No.
Right.
He can hear the ring, she can hear the ring, but then the parents are like, oh, that really sucks that's
Oh, it's
broken,
broken.
Weird that it's
because
broken.
they
So-
in the
don't
garbage.
Okay, so that
believe-
kind of had me wondering too. The parents couldn't hear it, right? Which means obviously they don't believe. So
Nope.
then, did they buy all the presents except the bell present? And
Don't
don't they
ask-
wonder
no.
what the hell this bell present is doing
Don't
under the
ask
tree?
this question.
Right. Like,
This
where'd you get
ruins
that
every
from?
Christmas movie.
That is
If you don't
every
believe in
Christmas
Chris-
movie.
Yeah.
No, but if
Where
they're
like,
specifically
Santa
telling us
isn't
that they
real,
didn't
but there's
believe,
presents.
They don't
Yeah.
believe in Santa, and they bought all the presents. Then where did these other?
yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
he's
sorry,
like,
buddy,
where'd
this
you get
bell that
that?"
I didn't buy you that just showed up under the tree wrapped
I've
doesn't
got the
work.
answer.
Sorry, man."
Ken
I've
has
got
the
the
answer.
answer.
Okay.
The dad is mad that he can't hear the bell, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because he's Tom Hanks. The boy is Tom Hanks. The conductor is Tom
Oh,
Hanks.
Right.
my
And the
God.
ghost
Right.
is Tom Hanks.
and the Santa's Tom.
And Santa's Tom Hanks, which means the bell doesn't work, which is confirmation that his mission to kill his child self did not succeed. So now he has to do it again next
Right,
year.
he's gonna have to do it
didn't
again.
work.
Mad. If the bell
It does-
rings, he knows he killed himself on the train.
It does
Yep.
do
The
that,
loop is
like,
over.
And the loop is over, and this is the
Like-
final time he has to live this life.
It's like an Inception, right? It's the
Yeah.
Right.
The-
That's
the
exactly
tell.
what it is.
Exactly.
Does it, yeah.
Where
bell.
you go, is the
The
does
top
it ring
gonna?
or doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Is it gonna
Yes,
turn
the most confusing
right
point in
or-
every Christmas movie. Exactly.
Where
That's
do the
totally
parents
the
come
truth.
from, or where do the presents come from if the parents don't
I
believe?
hate
If the
in
parents don't
Christmas
believe, why are the
movies
presents? Yeah.
when
Right.
the parents
Just
are
Santa
like,
only
oh,
give him one present because
yeah,
like,
they're like Santa's not
I'd
real.
love to do that.
Stingy
Yeah,
ass
but there's
bitch.
like 20 presents,
one's
and they're
for
just like,
Santa.
oh, this isn't a thing. What?
Yeah.
Then wouldn't you be like, hold up, who'd you get that from?
Yeah,
Like,
where did that come
never
from?
has that
Why is
happened.
that wrapped? No, you know every fucking present under that tree.
Yeah,
That's
if,
what- no,
if
that's
all
what
of a
we-
sudden they
You're not,
opened up
not
like,
paying attention to your kids opening
Yeah.
presents on Christmas.
Right, right.
exactly. I wouldn't be
Oh,
like,
sorry, it doesn't
"Hold
work,
up,
buddy.
Where'd you get that Lego
Where the
set?"
fuck did
Like,
that come from?
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
like, did you buy that? Because I didn't buy that. Like,
Whoa.
who was in my
Yeah.
house last night?
Like Natalie said, you wish you could do that, and that's always been our stance. Santa brings books, he brings crafts, and he brings small presents because he's got to bring presents to everybody. So he
Everybody.
can't bring big presents, right?
no, it's
Yeah.
not bringing. Big
And then
shit.
Olivia was like, "Well, what's her one of her friends got a phone from Santa?" And I was like, "Her parents are lying. Santa doesn't bring phones."
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
they're like,
Oh
well, yeah,
my
Susie
gosh.
got a trampoline. You're like, Susie's a fucking liar because
Yeah.
Susie did
I
not
know
get a
what Santa
trampoline
brings,
from
and it ain't
her.
Fuck
trampoline.
that liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys
Talking
put presents
yesterday.
under the tree from you guys and Santa?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
All
what
the
my
good
parents
stuff
did when I
comes
was a
from mom
kid.
and dad.
Yeah, I want some credit sometimes. It's so
Yeah.
hard. Like 6 months after Christmas, I have to be like, yeah, they got that from Santa.
It's not about you, Natalie. It's not about you, Natalie.
No, but that's totally
Right.
true. We don't do like the big things are not.
This is
Yeah,
the key
oh,
of the
that's
movie.
true.
Santa doesn't go to the poor kids' houses. That's
Not to the poor kids. Except he did this one time. He did
Just
this
this
one time.
once.
Well, only because he was
Once.
on the train, so he had to. He mean,
Yeah,
he was
you
after
like-
pull.
Like,
What's he
due
gonna
to
do?
a
And it was, like,
technical
last
error,
minute.
I had to give the poor
He's
kids
like, I got that
Santa-
present. Shit, you weren't supposed to. We were supposed to
Santa
lose that
was like
present.
lining up his sleigh when they wrapped that kid's present. Like this was very
Oh,
last
it was
minute.
it was
It was.
literally
right on
the
top.
last one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That came through.
Where they
Yeah.
were
Like,
like,
oh,
I
shit,
suppose we should give
Jimmy's
this
here.
kid
I
a
guess we gotta.
present. yeah.
I mean, I guess like he came all the way up here.
Like,
Like,
the
do we
fact-
have anything
Let's
for
fact
give
him?
him
that
a
they
fucking
didn't have
present.
Is there something you
Any
can just like
presents
wrap
for
real
him.
quick? Like,
They didn't have
we
a
have like an
single present
unopened
wrapped
bottle
for
of
him
wine
ahead
we
of
can
time.
give to him.
Right, this would be like really embarrassing.
We'll give him that broken record player, I guess.
Right. Yeah. there you
I
go.
don't get
Yeah.
it.
Give him the body of that decapitated elf that happened earlier with the star.
That recycled train toys. Like
Yeah.
I do not understand. I don't understand why. What? Was it poor kids don't get presents? I don't get it.
God, I hate this.
This needs
Damn.
to be a now, like
Damn,
a
dog.
Get that bell, boy.
I just didn't understand the lesson. If you're poor, don't expect
Yeah, I don't
much.
know.
Like, what was it?
Also,
Right. Like, believe in Santa,
or
like,
don't,
don't
and then he'll
expect-
take you
or
on
you
an
won't hear the bells.
ecstasy-fueled
I don't know.
train ride through.
Yeah.
Hell.
Don't get it.
Yeah,
Right.
and back. Yeah.
So what are we supposed to learn from the way the movie wraps up? Where we go on now we get a Tom Hanks monologue at the end.
There's a
He does
monologue?
do it like he's like 80 and on his deathbed.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me, as it does for all who truly believe.
But that's great when we didn't just go through a kooky
The
train ride.
It did
end.
seem like the overarching story was supposed to be all about him going from not believing to believing, but we lost
that's
the
what it is
plot
in the book.
at the very beginning of the movie
Right.
with that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm looking for a girl. Ain't we all?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I'd be like, that's when
Sure.
I'm like, I gotta go back in. And
I wish it
Pink
would've been
is
like
my
that.
favorite color.
I'm like,
Oh, dog.
Ugh.
Got me.
I think I hear someone calling my
Anyway,
name. I
I'm
gotta
gonna
get
go
back to the train
explode
car.
on this mountainside.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That too. I didn't understand. He was supposed to be the ghost of what? Like, what was he supposed to?
I don't know.
What lesson is he teaching us?
Don't be a
hobo
pervert.
ghost? Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know.
It'll get obliterated.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wait on children's trains that go to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I like Joe's strategy here. We've always told our kids that we have to reimburse Santa for the gifts, which is why they can't ask for stupid, expensive things.
They still
Like
could.
Santa, you get a bill in the mail from Santa.
Good.
Oh
Right.
my gosh! Like,
That's
Or
what they
You're
asked
interested
for.
in Santa offers financing options. 12 months to pay.
yeah,
Right.
some monthly.
We're on a payment plan to Santa Claus.
Better hope
Yeah.
it's better than shorter than 12 months, so you're gonna start rolling Christmases into other Christmases.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Can I
That's
just
how he
roll
gets
over
it.
my Christmas?
That's how he
Well,
gets
that's
it.
how we
Yeah.
get credit card debt, right
That's
here.
how you end up on the Polar Express.
That's how you're the hobo.
Yeah, you didn't pay off your Christmas credit.
Your Christmas
All right.
loan.
Yeah.
So, we all need to decide, is this a Christmas classic or is it creepy
It's creepy.
It's
horror
creepy.
show?
Should we raise
Horror
our
show.
hands?
Yeah.
Who
Okay,
Yeah.
picks-
Christmas classic.
Christmas classic? For anybody on audio only, I see no hands.
Yeah.
Ryan turned his
Ryan
camera
turned his
off.
camera off. He's so
All right,
creepy Christmas.
for creepy Christmas, I got all my hands up.
Yep.
This-
I don't know
Yes,
how.
yes.
I don't know how else.
I don't
to
think I would
explain
ever watch
this.
this movie again.
Here, get out this.
No, there's no thinking about it. This is never coming on
What-
again.
Yeah.
You
What
had
makes
to
me
have
sad
seen
is,
it
like,
when
the
you were
book
like
is-
6, right? You had to have
Yeah.
seen it
And
as a
yeah.
kid.
You mean to love it in order to like
To
it?
like
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the only
yeah,
way
yeah.
you like
I
this
agree.
movie
Just
is
like
if you
Yeah.
saw it as a
to-
kid.
But
Agreed.
like it makes me sad because I haven't looked at the book in forever, and then the book I was like, I don't mind the book. Like the book is kind of magical in this, like you have this like train to the North Pole, and it's not weird or creepy or there's no conductor. Like it's not a creepy conductor. It's
Yeah.
like this magical thing, and then he meets Santa and he gives him a bell, and like yeah, I get it. Christmas morning, like it is a really good thing, and then the
Right.
movie I feel like just effed it over with these
Yeah.
like. Why is the conductor angry?
It definitely
Why
makes
is
a much
Santa
better book,
pissed?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why
I
are we
just
pulling
don't
beards to
understand-
It
get rid of the
makes sense to
caribou?
Keep it really
Yeah.
simple, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a movie that's an hour and 40 minutes, you can't keep it as simple as the book does. And
Like,
so
Like,
it
it's
just
just-
adds all this
it's
weird stuff.
Weird
I'm
that.
trying
I
to
don't think it
think
had to
of,
be that long.
There's a really good. It's not necessarily a Halloween book, but it's a book called Room on the Broom with
so good.
It's a good one.
of a witch.
the witch
And there's a
and- yep.
Netflix adaptation of it, and they just read the book, and
Yeah,
the
it's
scenes
exactly
play
the
out
same.
over like 25 minutes. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's
Every
just
year we watch that.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like that's
It's
what
like
they needed to do
just-
with this.
Yeah.
Just
They
do
tried
it.
too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried
So-
to make it into a Christmas classic, and it's just
Which I
What
mean,
if
some
this was-
people-
Christmas car sick.
What
some
if this
people
was
do love
live
it, but-
action?
I know that was the one
Would
thing that
it-
I was like, why are they even doing this so realistic? Why don't just
I-
make it
yeah.
a movie?
If it was animated or live action, either way it'd be better.
It would be
Think so?
better.
Probably.
But-
yeah.
I-
At
I mean,
least
if they
more
still be
pleasant to
bizarre.
watch.
Yeah, I
It'd still
wish
be
they didn't
bizarre in the
have-
story, but it would be more
Yeah.
pleasant to watch. I
Yes.
think.
That's true. They
Yeah.
would have like life in their eyes.
If you had
there.
like Tom Hanks actually being the conductor, would be
Yeah.
a lot different than whatever
Yeah.
we got
Yes.
here.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like.
yeah.
And then,
totally.
like,
Well, 'cause
Tom
he's
Hanks
actually
with
acting.
a Santa beard
Yeah.
on. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
That would be,
time.
but then it would be cool, right?
Yeah,
Because if you
agreed.
saw like, even kids could be like, they all look the same, right?
Yeah.
And it's
well,
like,
then
well,
you might be
what's
like,
the-
wait a second, that was Santa on the train. The Santa was the conductor.
Right.
Of course,
They did it
right?
really
Which is
weird.
like, okay, he's trying to get it. Like, then you at least
There was
have
no revelation
some
moments
sort
like
of-
that.
right.
You know?
Right.
No.
You never like you would have to know that Tom Hanks played all those people to even be like,
Yeah.
So was that Santa?
It's like they had all these different ideas, and at the end of the day, they were like, we don't have any time. Let's just fucking We
Yeah.
gotta shoot this thing. We gotta do this thing.
It's just weird things that they did instead of the book. Like, why'd they have to do this weird, like, roller coaster ride in Caribou and
Sell
pull the
those
guy's
IMAX
IMAX.
3D,
beard?
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
IMAX 3D.
I guess.
Yep. Why'd the eagle have
$20
to
tickets. Yeah.
feed his little baby eaglet a freaking golden ticket?
That he like, what'd you say, Ben? He's like,
All right, last
Yeah.
thing. All right, none of us like this movie. So
No.
before we wrap this up, what are our Christmas movies that we recommend to watch instead? So
Totally.
what's your Christmas movie recommendation? Ken, you go first. What should we watch this Christmas season?
like again.
It's cliche. Home Alone. I'm
Good
into
one.
Good
Home
one.
Alone.
Great one.
That's
Good
a
one.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah, but
answer.
that's
Good
low
answer.
hanging
Yeah,
fruit.
excellent
That's
job.
low-hanging
Well
fruit.
done.
Nah, take it. I think it's great. Good
All
answer.
right, Natalie, you're up.
My favorite is Elf.
Oh,
Good answer.
It makes me
Good.
laugh every single
Yep.
time.
Elf is good. That's
Yeah.
good. All right, Brian.
My favorite Christmas movie of all time is probably a lot of people's is A Christmas Story.
Oh,
That's
wow.
also
I think
good.
that's
Good.
my favorite. That's my favorite movie ever, or Christmas movie.
That's an excellent
Nice.
choice.
Ben.
I'm going to say A Muppet's Christmas Carol.
You
That is
son
my
of a
favorite
bitch.
Christmas movie.
That was yours.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I'll have to
I
watch
love A Muppet's Christmas
The
Carol.
best.
It is
It's good.
so good because it's Gonzo and Rizzo the rat like narrating
it. Yeah,
A Christmas
I do
Carol.
remember that. And they have
And
like
it's,
the suits on, the little.
Yep.
What's his name?
Like
Michael...
Gonzo's dressed up as Charles Dickens.
What is?
Yeah.
What's his name? Michael? Am I saying
Michael
Yeah,
his name?
Caine.
Sir Michael
Michael
Yes.
Caine.
Michael Caine is the main character.
He's
like, come on.
Scrooge.
Yeah, he's Scrooge, which is so good.
Music is good.
But if I had to pick, so that's my favorite, like, family. Though, I mean, like, Elf is very close. Home Alone is, like, these are all really good ones. that
Yeah,
you
there's
guys said.
family, and then there's like the
Yeah.
older, you
If
know,
I had to
parent
pick,
ones.
like, a newer adult, like, holiday, it's not necessarily super Christmassy, but The Holiday, the movie called The Holiday, is a
Yeah.
good, like,
With Jack
Which
Black.
one's that?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
one
I
if
do
you,
like
it's
that one.
Cameron
Cameron
Diaz and
Diaz.
Jack
I
Black.
like that
Like,
one.
that one is
Kate
a good, like,
Winslet.
Although
Oh, where they
that's old.
switch houses?
That's
yeah,
old
if you like
now, too,
upped
though.
a Hallmark movie and you were like, this Hallmark movie's pretty good. Like that's what it's like. But that one I
movie
love.
Came out
Like
17 or 15 years ago.
I
though.
know. Ugh,
Yeah.
it's still good though. I watched it the other day.
Modern classic.
I give it a
Good
thumbs
one.
up still.
Christmas
Still
Vacation's
works.
always a classic too.
That's
Yeah, that's a great
Oh,
one too.
that's a good
I thought you guys were going to say that one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
And
That's
the
my-
Santa
That'd be my
that's for
adult
me.
one.
That's what I
There's-
watch alone
Yeah.
Yeah, the Santa Claus ones are good.
as I fall asleep.
Yeah, I like the Santa Claus too.
Yeah.
That is a
There's-
good one.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that one's
we
not
need to
bad.
make a list of some good ones and put it out there. But
The Santa Claus 2 as in also, or the Santa Claus 2?
Oh, the Santa Claus.
The one with the weird
also.
reindeer.
yeah,
I know, I'm just teasing. Though the Santa Claus 3, where Martin Short is Jack
Is Jack
Frost, is
Frost.
Yeah,
actually not
that's
so
that
bad.
one's that one's
saw
actually
that.
funny.
so good.
Yeah, he's a dick. They got like all the like have all the like creature or all the people who like control stuff.
Yeah, like
you know,
Mother
like
Earth and the Easter
yeah,
Bunny and stuff.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, we got 4 Christmases as a recommendation here.
For Christmas.
I don't know if I've ever
Oh.
seen that.
I don't think
Have
I've seen
not
that.
seen that one. That has like
Is that the
Is it
one
Love
with, like,
Actually a
Vince
Christmas
Vaughn?
movie?
it's
That's the one with Vince
Reese.
Vaughn?
Yeah, and Reese.
Yeah.
Reese
Witherspoon,
without
I
her
think.
spoon.
Oh, I guess we should watch that.
There was another one I was gonna say and I can't remember. Shoot, I'll have to make like a list. I can't think.
Love
Oh,
Actually is
Joe thought I was
Christmas.
going to say Die Hard. So I've changed
I
my
thought you were
stance.
too.
I've changed my stance recently on Die Hard.
Because Die Hard's his favorite movie of all time.
It's my favorite movie of all time. You
Oh.
can't see it. I have a poster right next to me, right here. It's enormous. Of signed by Bruce Willis,
Signed? Where'd
Alan
you get
Rickman,
this
and Al
signed?
Goodenough. I
Wow.
got it a long time ago. A girlfriend of mine actually got it for me a long time ago, and it was framed. So I have it framed on the wall right next
Natalie's
to me. And
pissed
So he can
'cause-
remember
yeah,
it.
Natalie's like, oh, dude.
Natalie's like, that's
Didn't
a
know
great
that
Yeah,
part
it
of
says
story.
Yeah.
it says love Colleen right on the bottom.
Love always.
love always Colleen. Think of me in 20 years when you.
Right, right.
No, but I've changed my stance on that. I used to say like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie, but I don't consider it a Christmas movie. It takes
I agree.
place
That's a
during
technicality.
Christmas time, but I don't consider it a Christmas movie.
That's like,
Yeah.
I kind of consider Harry Potter the first one, just because it's
They
Sure.
have Christmas at
they
Hogwarts.
have Christmas
It's
there, where it's
fun.
kind of like that holiday season, but it's not like a Christmas movie.
Right, not
but
a Christmas
it
movie.
reminds me of Christmas a little.
I would watch Die Hard any time of the year, but I don't know that I would for a lot of the Christmas movies.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah,
You know, you really just want to watch them at Christmas
yeah,
time.
That's
Yeah.
true.
that's true.
All right. On that note, thank you very much, Ryan and Natalie, for joining us. For
Thanks
anybody
for having
who
us.
doesn't know,
thank you.
go check out the Gamecasters podcast. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's awesome. It's a wild ride every other week. I enjoy listening to it.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
for the rest of us here, as a part of the Date Night Dice podcast, join us in 2 weeks for the next show.
Ooh, I was
Of
gonna
the
look
regular-
up the dates. I wasn't sure. When.
Who knows what the date is? In 2 weeks from now,
At
we'll
some
have a
point
regular
soon.
show, the Date Night Dice
Whenever.
podcast.
You'll hear from
Woo,
us.
woo, woo.
Like-
Talk about games we played and all the fun stuff we've been doing. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.
Have a good night.
See ya.
Main Street Meeple said Harry Potter